I muted. Hello, hi. How's it going, everyone? Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, we're back. We're live. Hang on. Don't everyone on YouTube, don't look at the thumbnail or the title or anything. I haven't changed it because we're so late. Because we're so very, very late. Do not look at it. Let me get everything pulled up and changed over there. Yeah, no. I got a really late start on work today, just because I needed to go and get the pads on my braces replaced for my wrist. And that takes a long time, so I didn't end up actually getting to work till like I think it was like 1 p.m. ish. So I had some stuff that I needed to finish up there for work. And but now we're here, so now we're good. Um, oh wait, I need to go to the go live section. Oh god, there we go. I'm so out of practice. I take 3 weeks off for being sick, and I'm completely out of practice. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So since I disappeared for 3 weeks without like actually like talking about it, yeah, I got COVID for like the sixth time, which does mean I've basically gotten COVID once. Uh, what part are we on? Hang on, I need to pull up what part are we on for Twofold so I can number it correctly. Um, I've gotten COVID basically once a year since it dropped back in 2019. You know, ever since they updated and patched it in, I've gotten it once a year since then. Hello, Tracy. How's it going? How's your day and slash night been? How are you? We're just talking and yapping about the fact that I was sick for a long time and couldn't do anything. Because, like, for me, I was let's go to the live section so I can see what part we're on. Okay, we're on part number 8. Okay. Um, for like 2 weeks, I like really couldn't do anything. I didn't have like any energy. So it was like really rough and not going well. And then after that, it was mostly just like I couldn't like emote a lot in my voice, slash like I was coughing and sneezing constantly. So like it'd be like if we were doing anything, it'd be reading, and then between like every other word, it would just be cough, cough, sneeze, sneeze. I was like, I don't want to listen to that. I'm in the middle of the class, brought earbuds. So Iguchi, oh nice, respect, respect. I appreciate the support. Love that. Listen, I like to think that I'm better than a lecture, you know. Maybe that's just my opinion of college showing, but you know, I think we're pretty great here. I think we have a fun time. But there's also so much to talk about because so much happened since the last time we went live. So we have a lot to go over. Also, I actually need to update all this. Reading Twofold 8. I'm just gonna do just throw in that title. We're fine, and then I'll fix all the playlist and everything later. No, why didn't you open up to the... Oh, wait, I know why I didn't open it up to the proper place. Hang on. Let's go over... Are you in this folder? Or this is where the thumbnails are? Wait, I think I have the thumbnails on my desktop. Hang on, I think I put them there specifically so I wouldn't have to be searching through stuff. Do. Did I? Yes, I did. Oh, I'm so smart. I'm so glorious. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, everything's updated over on the YouTube side of things, so we are all good there. Oh gosh, the joys of working late. That's also why like nothing else is going because I was literally just, like I'm just gonna like quickly change like the title on Twitch and like the category and everything, and then we're gonna go live. Did I actually update it? Did I click the done button? I think yeah, okay. You know, even if I didn't before, it's done now, so we're all good. Let me just pull it up on the Twitch side of things, see if we're all good over there. And oh my gosh, yes, we are. Awesome. So, okay. So yeah, a lot has happened, and I actually want to pull some stuff up for you guys to show y'all because I'm very happy. Again, it's been like a very busy to what Discord? Hello? Like not 2 weeks but 3 weeks. We had like the Switch 2 announcement. We had the last Bellflower collab, which I got sick like 2 days after that one, so there's stuff I wanna show from there. Then we had like the big not the Bellfire collab, but the big Studio Lawn announcement last week. So it's been a lot. Discord, please get out of my face. I wanna grab a thing. Do. Um, I'm so excited to show y'all this because I was like I was so sad. I was so sad that I couldn't show this off last like any of the previous weeks just because how long it's been since I've been sick because it's so freaking cool. Also, let's move over. No, I was gonna move us over. Oh, we could move over to the just the chatting screen. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let me also add in the music over here, just because. Listen, we're just doing a lot of live editing right now. Again, it's been a while. We're just hanging out. We're chilling before we get into the game. So yeah, this might be one of those big we yap for like an hour before we actually play Twofold. It might be one of those days. Um, where there we go. There we go. Things were getting a little mixed up there just because I'm trying to add stuff in. There we go. We have the music, and the music's not playing. That's awesome. Just give it a sec. Just give it a sec. It'll get started. It'll get started. Okay, let me pull this up. I kind of talked about it like, uh, what do I want to name this? What do I want to name this? I'm like half here because I'm writing stuff down on paper, but I can chat just okay. No, absolutely do not worry about that. Like I was joking about it earlier, but like you're in class, and that like is pretty important. It's pretty important to actually pay attention to the education that you're paying for and like going there and spending your time on like like that takes precedent. But I just appreciate you being here nonetheless. Do. There we go. That's what I'll name it. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on that. It's not like the actual name for it matters that much because I'm just gonna pull it up for a few minutes. Do. Here we go. Oh, it's so big. Oh my gosh, it's taking up the whole screen. Oh no. Hang on. Hang on. Do. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Shrink it down more. Hang on, just a couple more times. There we go. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Almost there. Almost there. Okay, hang on. I want to fit the whole thing on. It just feels better to have it down that way. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. Oh my gosh, there we go. Hang on, I'm just gonna put it over myself so then you guys can still see the Twitch chat. There we go. We have in the last Bellflower stream, the one from a couple weeks ago, it was announced that Upwards Rain was getting like voice acting added, a couple like extra scenes added, and like it's like basically like a the best way to describe it is like probably like a remaster. Finished writing it down. Yippee! Let's go! Let's go! Good job! OMG! It's you. Yeah, it's all of us Bellflowers. Like it was me, Mari, and Leary reacting to it, and during the entire like stream, and not during the entire stream, but like the entire like video that they had us playing for it, for like being like, oh my gosh, guys, look, it's rain. It was just a bunch of screaming and like shouting stuff like that, and then when they got to this part, like I think we missed it the first time we went through just because we were like so like oh my gosh like distracted like freaking out, but then they were like, hey guys, the Bellflowers are like such a big part of like the making of like Upwards Rain, not like the making, but like talking about Upwards Rain and like getting out there, that kind of stuff, because we did like all of like the update streams for it and everything. And so we have down here we got wait, hang on. You guys can't see my mouse right now. Okay, hang on. I think I have an idea. I have idea. I need to put myself. Where am I? Where am I on these layers? Let me go like this. Okay. Okay. Wait, no, that didn't work. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Hang on. So now I'm going to do. I'm turning myself into a pointer really quick. Just look at the peak of my hood. That's where I'm indicating and pointing at. So down here we have Mari and Leary yapping away. We have. Wait, you you can't be back here? What do you mean? What do you mean I can't be back here? What do you mean by that? Oh my god, I also need to pull up the YouTube side just in case anything. Okay, there we go. We're all good there. And then we got. They chopped your legs off. Listen, I never got leg privileges, all right? That wasn't something I was allowed. See, like, that's the only, like, unrealistic part of this is that I have legs here. So, I haven't updated that update yet to get them, but we'll get there eventually. I also don't have hands. So, that explains all the scuff and all the struggles I have with streaming, is because I don't have hands. I'm actually doing a lot of this with just like my mouth. I'm just kind of flailing my sleeves around. It's a lot of that kind of stuff. But we have Rat up here, and then we have Nue, and then over here we got little old me, and it's so freaking cute. Like it made me like so happy when this like popped up, and then like they sent us like the full picture for it and everything. Like I instantly frame one changed my lock screen and home screen on my phone to being this image, and I have it cropped so then everyone's in it, because I'm like, this is just like the coolest thing ever. After I got done working that day and went home, I was like showing off like all my family and like people who are all around, like people who just simply couldn't care less. I was like, Look at this. Isn't this the coolest thing? That's us. That's us, the Bellflowers. Oh my gosh. So what's your avatar's gender? Because Blue Sky Twitter art made me think femme. But since it's you, so my character is she her. She's a girl, but I go by he him. So I just think that girls are cute. So I was like, let's do that. Also, when I was like thinking of the designs, I was like, I can't think of anything for like a guy. Like it's just not working for me. So I was like, I like cute girls. I'll do that. So that's what I am. Her shays. dot dot dot. Yes. Yes. Exactly. There was a Japanese name for like a Japanese word that like describes it. Oh, Hershey's like the chocolate. You know what? Yes, exactly, exactly. That is exactly what I am. Otokonoko. Hang on. Let me look it up. I can't remember. It was like a word for somebody going by like somebody who is of like one identity who's like like using a character of another one. Yeah, no, like this word kind of applies to it. But like there was a specific one. I was in my VTuber introduction. I might need to check that to actually see what it is. But there was a very specific word for people who are like using like who are like identify as he hims who like use like female avatars, that kind of thing. So it wasn't that word, but that word could apply to it. But yeah, no. So I was like just showing it off to everyone. I had to explain to a couple people what VTubing and what visual novels even were to get them to understand like what any of this meant. And I was like a total nuisance for like that entire evening, but I was just so excited about it. I couldn't stop talking about it. So I'm so thankful and it's awesome. But let's move on. Hey, please be happy. Did you want to like play any music? Did you want to do that? Oh, there we go. Now it's playing. Is that too loud for you guys? Apparently it was just like very, very quiet for some reason. I don't know why. But let's, I'm gonna move it. I'm just gonna move it off to the side. But no, look at it's so pretty. It's so cute. I love it. Hey, Social Mechanic, how's it going? Also, thank you so much for the follow. I wasn't able to like shout everyone out in the last stream just because I listen. Last stream was so many technical issues. There was so many technical issues going on my end, so I was like I couldn't shout everyone out. But thank you so much for the follow. And how you doing? How's your night / whatever time zone you're in going? Whether it be good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's it going? I can't even hear it. I only have one earbud. You know what? That's fair. Maybe to be fair, it could just be an issue. Hang on, let me look at this. Group setting. Is it any louder over here? No. That's fine. It's whatever. We don't need it. Also, I should probably be pulling up the game anyways. Then we could just have stuff through there. So let me go like this. I muted myself. Gosh darn it. Scuff. We love it here. But yeah, how's Alaska going? Because whenever I talk to anyone who's from Alaska, they always just go like, yeah, no, like I really like it here. It's just so cold. It's freezing. And it's like, yeah, that is kind of like the bit, That's kind of Alaska's entire shtick. Professional streamer, real. Listen, I will claim to be a lot of things. Professional will never be one of them because I believe in honesty and I know what I am. All right. Like the amount of times, and we're also just gonna, let's pull up the music. Jukebox. There we go. You guys should be able to hear this better than the please be happy stuff. But like the amount of times I would just like look over at the OBS while the last stream was going and just something's gone wrong. Like I legitimately have no idea how like my frame started moving around. Like the best guess I could say is like at some point I was trying to click on something else and it got moved, but then I was like, but at the time it got moved, I hadn't clicked on anything, so I don't know how the frame moved. So like some of those like scuffs, super my fault. Like, dude, not having like any of like the stuff updated on YouTube before going live. Masterpiece of work, truly. But some stuff like that, I was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to fix it. I'm here, but it rains all the time. Where I'm at. Wait, does it? Doesn't that just like get super dangerous? Because isn't it just so cold in Alaska that like as soon as it rains, it just like kind of instantly freezes, just becoming ice at that point? Like, so isn't it just like dangerous everywhere then? Because whenever it like rains after like snowing and like blizzarding here and stuff like that, it's like, hey guys, let's not go on the roads. Crashes will happen, that kind of thing. If so, please be careful. Listen, your streams are scuffed because you make oopsies. Mines are scuffed because I was on purpose. We are not the same, JK. No, listen, you don't need to walk that one back when you're just saying the truth. That's kind of what I was implying. Like, yeah, some of the scuff, I'm like, I legitimately don't know how that happened or what to do about it. I can't take blame for all of it, but some of it's definitely my fault. Like, it's too consistent to not be my fault. So I'm like, I might as well just own it, you know? Like, there's no point in trying to be like, no, guys, I'm really good at this. I don't make any mistakes. It's not my fault at all. Like, I'm like, no, take accountability for your actions. And mine is usually just making mistakes. So, hi, Haley. Yes, we're finally back to say hi. I was thinking of just like putting in the go live notification, just like, hi, Haley, hi, Caprice, hi, Millie, hi, everyone. Just because it's been so long, but I was like, I've had the oh no, he's alive want like as like my notification to go live for so long, ever since I got sick the first time, because I'm like, it's like what, like my 5th break since coming back to streaming. I need to be more self-aware of that as well at this point. So I was like, oh no, he's alive. But I also figured it probably wasn't appropriate for the last stream, and it's also, you know, everyone got to know it's a special announcement so they come in. So I didn't do it there, but doing it here, I'm okay with. Well, actually, I live in the most southern town in Alaska, so it doesn't get as cold as it does in, say, Fairbanks. Okay, that's good. So it's like, so raining doesn't turn into like a huge safety hazard. That is that is really good. Because see, I genuinely like prefer the cold over the heat, which kind of, it got hot so fast here. We legitimately, over the course of a day, went from me wearing a big coat and sweats to go out in the morning to walk my dog to I walked her yesterday and I was sweating. She was just a panting mess. And I was like just wearing like a workout shirt and workout shorts. And I was a sweating mess. It jumped by 20 degrees over the course of like a day and a half. It is insane. When it comes to like Alaska and stuff like that, from everything I've heard, I'm like, I think that's too much for me. But maybe moving up to like one of the most southern points wouldn't be too bad. Would not be too bad. I'm more predominantly autism than I am ADHD, so I make extra sure everything is perfect. See, I don't have... Okay, I guess I'm kind of like... I don't know how to put this. I tend to be a huge perfectionist, but then it turns into me working on something for so long, it becomes like, especially like stuff like messages, like texts or like social media posts, especially if it's something that I don't like really know or anything. I have to be like, okay, does everything that I'm trying to say here make sense and isn't like socially awkward and will come across as normal? And then I'll sit there in a chair for like 3 hours trying to send text, and then I'll eventually just be like, oh, whatever, send it, and I'll be like, oh well, there's a thing that I overlooked. And that's kind of how I am when it comes to like streaming. Is outside of like a lot of the times where I like, you know, just need to start super fast because like we're super late and everything, I tend to like stress over like all the behind the scenes stuff, trying to make sure I have everything ready. But then that also goes on for too long, so I've tried to make it like a personal goal to just quiet that down and just, I'm so sorry. I talk with my hands so much, I just clocked my microphone. I'm so sorry. Are you okay, my mic? I didn't mean to hit you. I apologize. You didn't deserve that. Hopefully that didn't sound too bad for you guys. But so yeah, I've been trying to do a lot of like more YOLOing things instead of like stressing so much about it. And that's definitely led to more mistakes than I was making before, but at the same time I'm getting stuff done now. So, and it's kind of like that, like everything that I'm doing, of like, say like I'm been working on some like drawings over the past couple of weeks because I really want to get back into like getting better at art and doing art studies. And I'm the type of person like, oh, this one single line is out of place, I can't have that, I need to make sure that this is perfect, that kind of thing. So I'm trying to be a lot less like that. Oh, it could be undiagnosed OCD for all I know. That could also, yeah, that could also be it. It kind of depends on like, I guess, kind of how severe the OCD is, you know? I just write replies like immediately, then reread once sent and fix typos, lol. See, I'm trying to be a lot more like that. Like when we first started messaging, I would stress so bad about like, is this coming off okay? Like that kind of thing. So I was like, but then after like a couple messages, I'm like, no, stop thinking so hard. Just send the message. And it's been helping so much having that kind of mentality of just stop, please. Stop being this way. It turns out that once you tell yourself to stop being a certain way, it gets a lot easier to be that way, specifically when it's just anxious, you know? Well, granted, I'm still anxious. I just actually get stuff done while being anxious. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make. So, yeah, it's a fun time. What else was there? So, okay, I just realized, like, there was the, oh, yeah. We're still wall of texters, though, Lamau. Oh, no, for sure. Listen, I will sometimes apologize for being a wall of texter, but at the same time, to me, I would rather get a wall of text than like a single line. So I appreciate the way you message so much because it shows that you care. It shows that you want to be having this conversation right now, which, like, for me, someone who really struggles picking up on how other people are feeling, like, I think I'm okay at it in person, but over like messages and stuff, I'm like, I can't read this person at all. I don't know what they're thinking. But one of the best ways to that I feel like you can tell someone actually cares about the conversation is by like the length of their responses, you know? Like when someone sends like a single word or like a very short sentence to you sending like, you know, a couple sentences or something like that is like, to me, I'm sure that this isn't how it feels, and it's just how I feel. I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe they don't want to be having this conversation right now. Maybe they don't like me and they don't want to be like having this conversation, but they're just kind of like trying to be nice, that kind of thing. And again, I fully understand that that's not how people like actually like think and feel. It's just like that part of my brain's telling me that. So I definitely appreciate the wall of text. Granted, I will still sometimes apologize, especially because like one of the more recent messages that we were having, I think, at least on my phone, because that's where I send it all from, you had to scroll to see everything I was saying. So I was like, I feel like I need to apologize for that one. You know, I feel like that's a little much. But outside of that, I do really appreciate it. Not to self-compare to character I created, but I'm sort of like Celine in this way because I love yapping and making extra sure my emotions come across without using tone indicators. No, that's fair, because I feel like you do a really good job of that, because that's why like I was like using you as like a good example. Like I feel like I know what you're feeling, so I'm like very comfortable messaging you now because I'm like, oh, you're like being genuine, and it feels like you actually do want to have these like messages with me. It's like you're not like forcing it, that kind of thing. So I feel like you do a very good job of that. See, in my way of showing somebody that I'm like excited and I care is just by sending in a lot of exclamation points. I'm sure you've noticed that, but like everything I do just has exclamation points attached because I'm like, I feel so dry and I don't want to make the other person feel like I don't care, but like not seeming excited. So I'm like, it's either lols, emojis, or a lot of exclamation points. So that's just my brand essentially of how I respond to people. I'm sure probably like to some people it's like annoying, like every sentence has an exclamation point. Are you really that excited? I was like, yeah, chances are if I'm talking to you, like I really do want to, so I'm like excited to be doing it, that kind of thing. So but yeah, so we have a couple other things to be yapping onto about. I worry so much about tone because I don't have nitro to add emotes, so I go extra hard on punctuation. Do you? Oh yeah, you do. Hang on. Do you need nitro for emotes? Hang on. Like, I think it's like some are locked behind it, but I still think you can send some. Right? It'd be so funny. It'd be so funny if, like, it couldn't, so I thought I was just sending emotes to people, and then just none of it was coming across. Hang on, I'm just gonna send an emote to you really quick. Hang on. No, that's emojis. Hang on, let's do... No, you're right! You're right! Oh my gosh! That's so cringe. Because I don't think I've ever actually tried to send an an emote before, I was realizing, like, I've looked at them, but I've never actually tried to send one before. Because I'm like, I don't really feel like I know when to use these. You know what I mean? Wait, no, I did send an emote once, but I don't have... I'm looking at one of the messages I've sent not to, like, someone else, and, like, there's an emote there. I don't think I get how Discord works. Again, I'm an old man when it comes to Discord. I just kind of wing it whenever I need to actually do anything on there. It's probably an issue just because, like, it seems so simple. But, you know, whatever. I'm the only person I know that uses dashes while chatting. Wait, when you mean dashes, do you just mean... Hang on, like... Being like... This is just an example, not, like, actual proper grammar. Like, hello, dash, cause I'm interjecting a thought. Like that? Like, is that what you mean? Because I'm also massive fan. I love using dashes. It's to the point that I think I overuse them a little bit, so I've been trying to, like, cut back on it, because I'm like, do I really... Because I think I get, you know, having those conversations make me realize I still worry a lot about, like, how I send my messages. It's just to a smaller degree than I used to. Because it's gotten to the point of, like, I'll be, like, putting a dash in, and I'm like, you know, this could just be a new sentence. It doesn't need to be a dash. I could just end the sentence here, and then we could move on. Like, that's definitely a possibility, so... Yeah, I'm also very big fan of those. Also, this is gonna be so embarrassing. I don't think I've ever noticed that this cute little picture of Haley at the top here. Every single time we've said hi Haley coming to the screen, I thought you've been talking about over here. Can you guys see? You guys can't see my mouse? Cringe. Oh my gosh. Anyways, yeah, oh, it's gonna grab me and use me as a pointer, but then I have to move a bunch of layers, and I'm not doing that. Yeah, I've never noticed the one at the top. I've always been talking about the one, like, at the side of the screen. I've never noticed her there before. Something fun about those is that I write novel dialogue in Spanish. I use them dashes and not quotation marks. So when I started writing in English, I used those, and my beta readers thought it was insanely odd. No, that's so fair though, cause like one of the things I struggle with the most when, like, learning other languages is the punctuation and the grammar. So, like, if I would be in the exact same boats as the beta readers if it was like that, because I'd be like, no, this isn't right. This isn't the way I was taught, kind of thing. So, like, you're right, but it just doesn't work with my brain. I can't comprehend these thoughts. So it'd be a fun time. It'd be a great time. Also, I think I need to get a fidget spinner, because I'm just sitting here while we're talking, and I just have a necklace in my hand, and I'm just rolling up the chain and unrolling it a bunch. I think I need to get, like, a fidget spinner for when we're talking before stream. If you want to practice some Spanish, hit me up. At least that much I can do, Lamau. I'd be down for that, because I always want to get back into learning other languages. It's just one of those things of, like, I want to learn a lot of things, like, you know, like art and, like, writing and, like, a lot of, like, other... I have a lot of other projects that I'm, like, working on kind of stuff, so I'm like, it's one of those things like, I'll get to this eventually, so I'd be down to do that. That'd be actually fun. Also, in the last stream, during the announcement, we were talking about, chili, chocolate, and curry. So we need to hit up to do some of that, because I saw your message in there about, like, being like, listen, I can teach you the ways of curry. I'd be so down to do that too. That'd be so fun. Spanish learning stream, maybe. We training you to watch Shrek. Oh, dude, I can't wait to watch Shrek 5 in Spanish. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. No, that could actually be a lot of fun. Like, we just do, like, a couple month training arc, and then I just have to be like, all right, guys, I'm going to translate Shrek in Spanish for you guys. Like, well, translate Shrek from Spanish. Something like that. Like, that could actually be a ton of fun. Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, mole sauce. Yeah, exactly. Because, like, it was one of those things, like, I always knew that people did it, like, chili. And it's like, why? Why do you put it in your chili? That's a little gross. I've never tried it, but it's one of those things that in my brain, it truly does not make any sense. Like, you're mixing chocolate with chili, like, beans and, like, all this stuff. Like, ugh. The more I've thought about it, the more I've been like, it kind of doesn't sound as bad in curry, so I feel like I'm a lot more open to that idea. Shrek in Latin America Spanish is peak. I can't, because, like, some of, like, the Spanish subs, like, I was watching a video today, and it was one of the things of, like, I think it was, like, Sonic X clips in Spanish, and it was so funny. It was so, like, not, like, I don't know. It's just like funny, like being like, here's this character that you've always thought in like this voice, just played by someone completely different. It's kind of like the thing of people who like watch like Dragon Ball Z in English like their whole entire lives, and then they go over to like the original Japanese and they're like, it's good, like this just isn't my Goku, that kind of thing, you know. You should play Persona 5. It has a lot of extra tips on extra ingredients for curry. Does it? I've played up to where have I played up to? After Makoto, like getting her on the team in the palace there, the bank one. So I'm a decent bit in. I don't think we've made any curry yet, you know? I need to get back into that. It's just that I've been trying to like working on so much like stuff for my other channel, so I haven't really played that. Like I recently beat Silent Hill 2, and I haven't thought of like basically anything else since Silent Hill 2, since beating Silent Hill 2 over this last weekend. It's so good, but also such a frustrating game. Mostly because the combat's just dreadful. It's just the worst thing. So, if you do Sojo, oh yeah, no. As soon as you said that, it just turned on in my brain of like, yes, we have done that. I know what you're talking about. Like, there's honey, apples, chocolate, coffee, and a lot of other things I'm forgetting. Wait, adding like coffee into curry? That one's gonna be more of an uphill battle. I've tried, so like I. Where was I talking about this? I cannot acquire. I don't remember where I was talking about this, but I cannot acquire taste. If I feel like I have to acquire taste, it's not gonna work. Like I've tried drinking coffee so many times, and every single time it goes bad. Like I remember during the last episode I recorded for my first playthrough of Please Be Happy, I specifically went to Starbucks and got like what sounded like the tastiest thing on there. It was just like this big chocolate drink with a bunch of like whipped cream and stuff on it. And I came back and was like, listen guys, we're going to do this live. We're going to be drinking some coffee while going through this. It's going to be a great time because this sounds delicious. And I got like halfway through the drink and was like, I think I'd rather have just gotten like a Dr. Pepper. And this was like a $7 drink. Why do people do this to themselves? Like that kind of thing. I was something like, I could have gotten a Dr. Pepper. I could have just gotten like a milkshake. Like, this is bad. Especially since it's like, you have to like baby these drinks. Like you have to sit there and like stir them like before like every sip kind of thing. Like keep the flavor there, but the flavor's not even that good to begin with. If it's an acquired taste, it just means it's bad. Yeah, no, it just means it's bad, and the food's trying to get you like Stockholm syndrome towards it, all right? It's just trying to wear you down mentally. There's also yogurt, steak sauce, and red... See, steak sauce and red wine. Well, I'm not like a wine drinker. Like, I'm like, based on like what I've heard of it, that makes more sense than like a lot of these other things. I guess I'm just like culturally noobish, you know? I'm just a cultural noob when it comes to stuff like curry. Granted, I've also never actually made like homemade curry before, so I've never really experimented too much with it. So yeah, no, that'd be a fun thing to just do, is just teach me how to like make all this different kind of stuff, because I'm excited to. I mean, I'm excited to try it because I'm always down to like try different stuff with it, just because like my palate's so simple, mostly because I'm like, it's one of those things like I like to cook until I realize that I have to cook like every day for the rest of my life. So now I'm like, I just want to cook stuff that are like very simple and I can just make a lot of at one time. So like I eat a ton of eggs. I eat so many eggs just because like I just put like 30 of them into a pan, stir it up for a little while, and I'm like, look, I have lunch for the next like 4 days, you know? So I just eat a lot of like very simple things that you can make in batches. I've only made vegan curry, and it's amazing. See, and I'm like, hang on. Isn't, like, meat, like, one of the main components of curry? What kind of, like, vegetables do you use to kind of, like, substitute it? I'm just looking up a picture of curry. Which is very vague, I realize, because there's a billion different kinds. I didn't mean the basketball player, Google. I'm so sorry. It is funny, because it goes, here's a row of the food. Here's a row of the basketball player. Here's a row of the food. Here's a row of the basketball player. Thanks, Google. I appreciate you. You're always watching out for me. Also, if you can't tell, I still have a little bit of the cough. Because once I get COVID, I have it for, like, months. Like, specifically the cough. Again, that's why I didn't, like, come back to streaming for a while, is because, like, I got, like, better, but I was just coughing nonstop. So I still have a little bit of the cough, a little bit of the sniffles and sneezes, but like it shouldn't be like too bad. It shouldn't be bad. Carrots and squash. Okay, okay. That I don't know what I was expecting. I'm like, you know what? Vegetables, that makes sense for a vegan curry. That does check out. And potatoes, obvious. Okay, yeah, no, that one makes sense. Yeah, no, I'm super down to do that. Mostly just because, like, I don't know. Again, I like to make food. I just don't like to spend that much time on it just because living by yourself, you gotta do it a bunch. I like try to make it simple, but like, I do really like cooking with other people, so this would be a really fun thing to do. But yeah. Some of the other things that came out was we got, not only did we get like Deltarune news over while I was away, but we also just got like, hey, the Switch 2 is here, it's coming out soon, and I'm not getting it. I'm super not gonna be getting it for a long time. I was planning to, like, I was actually talking with Plastics, and it was a lot of, they were probably so annoyed with me by the end of the day, because there's a lot of, dude, oh, I'm so excited, this looks incredible, I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna love it, we're gonna play all these games on it, because like there's also like a lot of games on there that I wanted to stream. Obviously, we have Deltarune coming out, which I didn't know that Deltarune didn't have like because we've talked about it before while playing Undertale, that it didn't have like an official kind of release date yet. But I thought that like it wasn't like, I didn't think it would be like coming out like on the Switch 2 at the same time as that. Like, so that's pretty cool. And it was also the first time I'd seen any Deltarune gameplay. I'm like, whoa, this looks freaking crazy. It just looks like Undertale, but turned up to like 11. It's crazy. So it was obviously that. And then I've played Pokemon Coliseum, but I've never been able to finish it just because I never had a GameCube. So I only played it on the Wii, but I never had a memory card for it, so I could only play the first little while. So I never actually got anywhere in it. Same with like Coliseum, and there's like a Fire Emblem on the GameCube. So I was like, dude, we're getting like all the GameCube games on there. Like, that's gonna be insane. I want to play all those. And like, so it was like a big day of just like, I loved everything that they were showing for the Switch 2. And then like the price for the Switch 2 dropped, and I was like, honestly, I understand why people are like, this is a lot, you know? But my kind of like logic with it is like, we're basically getting like a portable system that's stronger than a PlayStation 4 that costs less than a PlayStation 4 and has a bunch more features than it. So I'm like, I kind of think it's worth it for its price point. But then, the price of the games got released. And I like physical things. I like getting games or books or anything that I can hold. I'm not a big fan of like the fact that things are trying to phase out physical media. And I saw that it'd be like $80 to $90. Even if you're getting digital, that is going to be like $80. And I'm like, that's a lot. I can't afford video games, I think. So I'm not gonna get it. Never mind. Because again, I was like fully on board with like the higher price on the actual like console itself, but then seeing that video games were going to be like costing me $90, I'm like, I have a lot on the backlog. I think I'm good for like a year or two until there's like a good sale on the console during like a holiday season and on a bunch of the games, which does suck. Because like Tears of the Kingdom is one of my favorite games of all time, so like seeing that running like on a powerful console, I was like, oh, that's making me so happy to see right now. I really want to play it. So I was like, and I was also thinking like, oh yeah, the digital upgrade or like the upgrades for it's only gonna be like $5 or $10 or something like that. And then they're like priced at like $30, I'm pretty sure. So it's like, oh no, that really sucks. And then there was also like footage of like Legend ZA running at like 60 frames a second. I was like, whoa, a Pokemon game that's not Let's Go that runs. I never thought we'd see the day. And it's like, I guess I'll be getting the Switch 1 version. So that's fine. It's not the biggest deal in the world. It's just kind of like sucks. Oh, Deltarune is insane. You'll love it. See, I'm like a little nervous for getting into Deltarune just because like whenever it doesn't come up often, but the few times it does come up during when I'm like listening like videos or podcasts or like talking to people, it seems like people aren't like very positive on it. But it looks so cool. Like all the animations and like the pixel work for it like looks crazy. And then I was listening to some Undertale music while I was driving around, like going places, and a Deltarune song came up, and I wasn't like, I'm driving, I can't really do much about it right now, so I guess I'm just gonna listen to it. I think it was Fields of Hope, and I was like, this is like one of the best songs ever made. It's insane. So I'm really excited for it because it looks cool, but I've mostly heard negative things. I'd like you to try a fan game before Deltarune, though, if you're down for that. It's insane. Oh, are you talking about Undertale Yellow? because I've heard of that one and heard that it's absolutely insane. So that was kind of the plan, was to go Undertale, Yellow, then Deltarune. Listen, we're just never gonna stop playing Toby Fox games. It's taken us like 3 months to get through Undertale, and we're still going. So we're just truly gonna be playing Toby Fox games for the rest of my life. So yeah, digital games on the Switch 2 will be cheaper. They confirmed. Yeah, which does suck because like they're gonna be priced at $70 to $80, and again, it's just like $80 is just a lot. $80 is a lot to be spending per game, you know? So I'm like, I don't know. But, you know, I'm definitely not pre-ordering it. It definitely will be like, I'll get it on a sale in a year or two kind of thing. So, because I do still want to play, like, games on it, you know? All opinions on Deltarune I've heard are positive. Maybe I'm just listening to the wrong people, because, like, I've never even, like, looked anything into Deltarune, because a lot of, like, it was kind of like Let's Play channels that I'd watched, like, a few years back that were kind of like, yeah, no, like, I really love Undertale, but, like, Deltarune just feels like it's trying too hard, and, like, isn't as funny, it isn't charming. I was like, oh, no, that really sucks. That's bad. But, like, hearing that you're like, yeah, no, it's a banger, it's awesome, it's great, and that all the opinions you've heard of it are positive, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I've just heard people who, you know, it's just not their thing. It won't just jive with them, so that does help a lot. Yeah, Undertale, yo, sweet. I'm glad we're on the same page with that one. Listen, again, we're gonna play Undertale, then we're gonna do Undertale Yellow, then we'll play Deltarune, then we'll play Undertale multiplayer, then hopefully by that point there will be Deltarune multiplayer, and then we'll play some more Undertale fan games, then we'll play some Deltarune fan games, and then we'll start over. We'll just start the cycle over and play games in this universe till the end of time. Yeah, no, that is basically the plan of what I want to do. Because Undertale came out, and I legitimately thought it was like an actual like Undertale sequel with like how much attention it's getting. So like when I heard it was a fan game, I'm like, that's insane. What? And it's getting this much like really positive attention? That's crazy. Delta Traveler is a really fun Deltarune fan game. Okay, if you remind me of that in the future, once we're done with Deltarune, we might actually try it. If it's actually like a really good game, then we'll definitely be trying it. Also, oh, I completely forgot to mention this. Hang on, I want to see if this works. Because I did more behind the scenes stuff. It works! Oh my gosh, look at that. I don't know why I thought of this. I just put in a bunch of commands over on MooBot, because I'm like, we need to like start doing some of this stuff because I have it. I need to actually start using it. So I remembered that because I was gonna say like next week we're gonna start playing games that aren't Undertale. We're gonna be trying to stream like keeping like 2 to 3 times a week, and so we're gonna be starting a Nuzlocke next week, which I'm super excited for because I'm gonna be doing some special rules to it to spice things up a little bit, and I'm very excited. So like one of the things I set up was like Nuzlocke deaths and death counter in general, because you know. When we play Undertale, I'm gonna die a lot. We just know it. It's gonna happen. So I'm like, you know, it'd be fun to count how many times I die. Unironically, the best and most accurate interpretation of Sans' character out there in the Delta Traveler fan game. Is that what you mean? Oh yeah, because I think we talked about this during the Undertale playthrough of like, yeah, no, Sans is in this game. You know, like he's just there in Delta Traveler. Yeah, like that's weird. That's like it makes sense because like again like from the little we've talked about, it sounds like it's like the same universe and everything. So like I'm excited. I am excited because if it is just as good as, even if it's just as good as Undertale, I'm like, okay, so it's gonna be like an amazing, incredible time that I'm going to love. But if it's even better than Undertale, then I'm just gonna be completely blown away. So I'm very excited to get into it. Especially so I can stop avoiding spoilers for things, you know. Delta Traveler is the Deltarune protagonist, but they go to different game worlds. Oh, that's weird. Is that kind of like what Deltarune's about, is like traveling to different worlds? Or is that just kind of like, hey, I think it'd be like a fun kind of AU thing to be like, hey, now we just travel to different planets and stuff like that. But yeah, during all the MooBot stuff, I was also like learning a lot of like behind the scenes stuff at Twitch. I was like, oh, this is how streamers do certain things. The next thing I want to like figure out is how to get you guys to be able to throw things at me or like control the model and stuff like that. To, like, you know, be like, here's Mimo, no more Mimo. You want a mustache? Here's a mustache, that kind of thing. Or like, do you want the hood off? You want the hood on? That kind of thing. I need to figure that kind of stuff out because there's a lot more things that I could be adding to the streams that you guys can do, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. It's the culmination of the Chris, where the fuck are we meme. I haven't seen that meme. I'm not a part of the hang on, I'll look it up really quick. I'll look it up. Chris, where it's it's just an image, started as a joke, but got serious and actually well written. It's sort of like the Zoro getting lost thing of like, it's just like, here's like a scene from Jujutsu Kaisen, and then Zoro's just in the background because he got lost along the way. That's awesome. That's incredible. But I think with that being said, there are other things that I was wanting to talk about, but we've been yapping for quite a while, about approximately 46 minutes. So I think it should probably be time that we jumped on into the game, so then we can actually get some playing done. Cause, you know, we have more streams this week. We have 2 more streams coming up. We can yap so much more. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump on into this. Data, please. Thank you. Oh wait, no. I do remember this. I was sitting here looking at this, being like, I don't remember this. But no, now I do. Now I do. It's just been a while. It's just been a little bit. So yeah, there we go. Oh, no. Go back. Play.
Oh, look! A sea turtle!
There we go. Hi, Caprice. Hi, Allison. The 2 girls press their hands against the glass to look at the turtle in question, which the sign explicitly says not to do. He doesn't seem to mind lazily swimming by. Oh yeah, spring break is next week, so if you ever want to slash a Nia co-host for a game, I'd be so down. Ooh, I'd be down for that, whether it be like Undertale or for the actual Nuzlocke. That could be a lot of fun. I'm so excited for that. I'm not going to tell you anything about the Nuzlocke, just because I'm still working some stuff, like trying to like figure out like all the explicit rules for it. Like, we could talk about it after, but I want to keep it for a surprise on stream, just because I think it's a really fun idea. I looked around, and I was like, I don't think anyone's ever done a Nuzlocke like this specifically, so I'm really excited to try it. So yeah, no, I'd be super down for, again, either like Undertale or for the Nuzlocke, whichever one you'd prefer. They appear to be the only ones among us excited to be here. Eileen and Wallace look half interested from a couple feet away. I think I'm in the same boat as them. Yeah... This might be a hot take. Not the biggest fan of the aquarium either. Like, it's one of those things that, like, I'm okay to come here, like, once every, like, 5 years. Also, hi, Eileen. Hi, Wallace. It's been so long. Look, 2 of my faves in the same scene. That's crazy. There needs to just be a route that has Eileen, Wallace, Haley, and Millie. And then that would be my perfect route, because those are all my favorites. They're all my faves. I'm fine with anything. I just want to hang out, Lamau. All right, I'm good with either. I can speak. English is hard. Okay, then yeah, no, we could absolutely figure it out. Because honestly, we could probably just do both if you were wanting to. Because I am fine either way. Oh, I was about to say, because it kind of depends on when you have school. But like you said, you have spring break. Am I terrible for liking Heather? No, you're not. Like, I hate her as a meme. But I love, listen, a good Mean Girl character is so freaking fun. Like, this is gonna be like a weird tangent, but I've been watching Riverdale with a friend, and there's a character in it who's like, you know, like the Mean Girl stereotype, and I'm sitting there watching and being like, she just isn't a Heather. Like, she has so much more screen time than Heather does, but I'm like, Heather is so much more fun than this character is. So yeah, no, you're definitely not terrible for liking Heather. I think she's a great time, but I will still pretend to hate her. It's not that I don't like looking at the wonders of the sea, just not now under these circumstances. I originally pegged Eileen's asinine field trips remark as one of her typical grumblings, but Caprice wasted no time validating her. Like a good friend, you validate their feelings, you know? When Caprice called me this morning to tell me we were going to an aquarium, I almost immediately refused. I'm still wondering if I should have. The last few art club meetings alone have been more of a casual hangout than anything else, and the last thing I feel like doing is hanging out when I could be studying. Still, it's about the only opportunity I've even had to speak to Caprice since I decided to join the club, so I figured I might as well go.
Hey, are you seeing this? Pay attention. This will be on the test later.
Test?
I perk up a little for the first time since we arrived. Imagine going on a field trip and you get excited at the word test. You're like, I'd way rather be taking a test than being here. Oh my gosh. Something akin to hope swelling in my chest. Is this a roundabout review of the last few classes we've had?
There's no test.
The test!
Taking offense to Eileen's statement, Caprice peels her eyes from the turtle spinning dramatically to face us. I deflate a bit, any chance of actually studying out the window.
Like always, the test is gonna be the stuff we make that comes afterward. I'm expecting you to come back fully inspired.
Field trips are never just about having fun, huh?
She simply waves him off, returning her attention back to the tank. Honestly, no. Wallace, they are never about just having fun. Like, 99% of the field trips I went on during, like, elementary school, there was one that was all about fun, and it was like a camp out thing. All the other ones, we had a test to take about the field trip by the time we got back. So it's like, no, they're usually not about having fun.
If you can't look at a creature in its natural habitat and become inspired to draw or paint, then you're a lost cause.
These aren't their natural habitats.
Close enough.
They do what they can to emulate it.
Thanks, Allison. Thanks for having my back.
It's close enough. Look at it.
Thanks for having my back, Caprice. Class ended. Time to pay full attention as if I wasn't already. Heck yeah, you can pay 110% attention now. Let's go. Honestly, you do pretty great. Multitasking, being in class, and being so active and like here and present in stream. Kudos to you. Hats off. I'd tip. Hang on. I can't tip a hat, but I can. There we go. That's like the same thing, I think. She points again, this time to the turtle who is making another round by the glass. He twirls as he swims past, eager to give us humans a show.
And not just him. This place is filled with life. All of it beautiful. At least one of you gets it. Let's head to the next exhibit.
She grabs Allison's arm and the two of them pull forward. The rest of us trail behind.
She gets this excited every time we come here.
How often do you guys visit this place?
In the past year, 4 or 5 times, maybe.
Last time I came here, I was in elementary school.
And it already feels too soon, right?
As if to justify her distaste in the place, she shivers a bit. I thought it was odd of her to dress this warm for the occasion, but it actually looks like she could do with another layer or two. Thanks, it's called Ritalin, Lamau. What is... Oh, I feel like we've talked about Ritalin before, but remind me what that word means. I'm uneducated.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with visiting as an adult. Once in a while.
Every few years, I could see. Doesn't the novelty wear off after so many times?
Not for her.
By the time we caught up with the two, they've stopped at another tank to watch more fish swim by. Caprice points to this and that as the little things swim by, rattling off facts as they go. Allison seems to be keeping up with Caprice's pace well enough.
Plankton mostly. Right. It's, there's a word for it.
Come on, Caprice, you got this, I believe. Both of them close their eyes as if straining to think of whatever they're talking about.
There you are. You should have told me where to meet.
Oh! I was saying that, like, Caprice's mom, what's she doing here? Like, Millie wouldn't be okay with that. We're not playing Millie's route. We're not there. We're at the aquarium with Caprice. It makes sense. Also, she works here, so it makes a lot of sense. ADHD meds slash methyl. Okay, I can pronounce this. I got this. Lock in, lock in. Methylphenidate. Methylphenidate. Sick. I think I got that right. Let's go, me. I have a PhD, and I've never. You have a PhD? Oh my gosh, let's go. We have a genius in chat. Holy crap. Hi. But you've also never heard of that word before, lol. It's a brand. Not the brand I use, but the most well-known one. See, I think I have like a very unique case of ADHD where it really lets me multitask like efficiently. Like I was on some ADHD meds before. I'm forgetting what it's called, but it was like a super popular one, and the reason I stopped using it was because it simply became impossible to get your hands on, just because everyone who was like diagnosed with ADHD was like trying to use it because of how good it was. But if I ever needed a multitask, I just didn't take my meds that day. So like I was in call with Hime, another, you know, she makes like visual novels. They also like stream and stuff like that. A lot of like TTRPG stuff. My mind just went blank. That was so bad. I'm not even like tired or anything. My mind just it was like a TV screen, like one of those like really old TV screens, just like closing in on itself as it's turning off. Oh my gosh, that was so bad. Yeah, no, they make visual novels, like The Head Well Lost and stuff like that. My brain's still doing it. Oh my gosh. Thought you meant Ebi Hime. No, a different Hime. And they were teaching me how to play solo TTRPGs just because they stream it a lot and it seems like so much fun. So we got like a call and we were doing it, and well, I was saying like there's a lot of like typing stuff up, like journaling essentially, but for like the character you're playing. And like my ADHD, I don't know if it's just so powerful. I don't know if it's so strong that I can just sit there and have like a conversation with them while also just typing, and like it doesn't do the thing like where most people are like typing and it just starts filling in the words that like you're saying or you're listening to. I could just type out like a full journal entry while having a conversation. It's like the closest thing to like a perk in having ADHD that I've ever found. So yeah, no, like if I ever needed to do that in the past when I was taking medications for it, I just wouldn't take it. I just wouldn't take the meds, and I'd be like, okay, now I can focus on like 3 things at one time. It's probably not good for your brain to be doing that, and probably just makes the ADHD worse, but it's like, it's working for me right now. You know, it's working.
Mom!
She rushes to hug the one who approached us. The uniform she's wearing matches the other aquarium employees we've seen dotted around the place thus far. But the rest of her appearance, she's definitely related to Caprice. Were it not for the shout, I might have guessed for her an older sister or maybe aunt.
Hey, here for club work?
Yep.
She looks at each of us, but lingers on me with a polite smile. I'm guessing I'm the only one she doesn't know yet.
Oh, right, Mom. This is Olive. They're our newest member.
Nice to finally meet you, Olive.
Finally, I glance over to Caprice, who smiles back at me like nothing is amiss with that statement. She extends her hand to shake, so I grasp it. Her handshake is gentler than I would have assumed for someone related to Caprice. Yeah, considering that Caprice basically tore your arm off last time. In the back of my mind, I remember all the times Caprice has dipped out citing family affairs. Her mom looks perfectly healthy, though, which is a relief.
I'm Charlotte, but you can call me Charlie. Caprice's mom, as you may have gathered by now.
I don't think I'll ever be comfortable calling a peer's mom by her given name, let alone a nickname. Oh, yeah, no. Even as, like, a 24-year-old adult, whenever I'm, like, addressing one of, like, my friend's parents, it's like, hello, Mr. or Mrs., insert last name here. It's like, I just can't. I can't call them by their first names.
So, hey, you guys looking for inspiration? Yeah. That's the excuse.
Great. Check this out.
She plays the part of a tour guide well, leading us all to a nearby tank, each of us following behind with various levels of eagerness. As Caprice and Allison fawn over the various fish, Charlie narrows her eyes looking for a specific creature. Eventually, she seems to spot her prize pointing toward a small pile of rubble.
that guy there. We got him in recently.
We all move closer to see the creature poking from behind the aquarium rocks.
That's a wolf eel.
He's pretty ugly. Sort of looks like this guy.
How dare you say that about Wallace? He's a beautiful man. She grins at Wallace, who responds with an exaggerated scowl. Completely unrelated, but I should probably make a reactive PNG to give you more assets to struggle with. Please do. Listen. I had no idea how reactive Fugi really worked before we did the collab last week, because I had like an idea. I just like didn't know some of like the things about it, so I was so happy that like it is truly as simple as copy and paste a link and then jump in a call. And then it just works, and then it's all beautiful. I was like, oh, thank you for being so easy to use. I needed this. I just don't refer to them. I say, excuse me, Lamau. See, and like I used to do that, but sometimes like when you need like get like their attention, and there's like a lot of people around, you'll be like, Mr. So-and-so, hey, and they'll be like, oh no, just call me like John, or like insert generic first name here, and I'll be like, I've legitimately said like, no, before. Like I've just told people like, no, I'm not doing that. This is the only thing I'll stand my ground on. I'm calling you by your last name. So it's the only thing I'm like that with, because I think it's like something you just ingrain in your mind as a kid of like, well, that's what you do with your friend's parents, no matter the circumstance. Oh, hello. Oh, thank you so much, Plastico, for the subscription for 2 months. Oh my gosh. And yes, we got, whoa, what do we name this guy? Wasn't it like Juicy? That's what we named this guy? Yeah, let's go. Should I draw a mini scuffed Hannah, a mini scuffed Katie, my streaming avatar, or just a couple sprites from a character I like from a VN lol? Ooh. I feel like it should just be like whatever you like wanna present yourself as, you know? I did a lot of hand motions right there. I do that a lot. I talk too much with my hands. I guess my sleeves. I talk too much with my sleeves. And I gesture around a lot, and you guys can't see any of it, you know? My hands are a little too hidden down here, so... yeah, no, just whatever you feel most comfortable with, or want to do. Juicy, yeah, sweet. I'm so glad. Of all the things I remember, of course I remember Juicy's name. It feels like it was only last week when I named them. I think I'll do Katie then, but nothing too fancy. Awesome. I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see it. Especially since you specifically said it's a mini scuffed Katie. So I'm excited for that.
Hey, the eel is trying his best.
Yeah, you tell him, Allison.
Glad to see I have so many people in my corner.
The conversation doesn't seem to register to Caprice, as she keeps the entirety of her focus trained entirely on the timid creature.
He's cool.
He is ugly, though.
Listen, you can be cool and ugly at the same time. Those are not exclusives.
Totally.
He's also not really an eel.
What? He looks like one. What makes him not one?
Rather than turn to Charlie, Caprice leans further into the glass, trying to dissect the not actually an eel with her eyes.
Something to do with gills, or... you're gonna have to be the one to tell me all that stuff.
Oh, wait, I see. He has little fins behind his head.
No one else reacts, but Caprice looks extremely pleased with herself as she stands up straight.
You know, like a fish. He's a really long fish.
Are eels not fish? I thought eels were just like a type of fish. Are they not? Are they? Hang on. Computer mouse, please work with me. R&D time. Are eels fish? Are eels considered fish? Yes, eel. No, hang on. This is the AI overview. I don't trust that. A true eel is an elongated finned fish belonging to the order Anguilliformes. That sounds like an intensive order. But eels are actually fish. Hang on, but that's from a Facebook thing. What? Just give me an answer, Google. Don't show me Facebook or AI things. I don't trust either of those two sources. Did you guys hear that? Did someone? Hello? It sounded like someone was just knocking on my door. Is it, hang on. So freshwater eel poaching is a direct response. This isn't answering my question at all. Eels are eels. Never trust the AI overview. Yeah, I don't know. Just none of this is work. I'm not asking if they're healthy to eat. I want to know if it's a fish, please, please. I actually refer to my students using Mr. or Mrs. MX because I tend to have a harder time pronouncing their first names than their last names. You know, that makes sense. That's probably like, I've had a lot of teachers actually do that in the past. That actually makes a lot of sense. What kind of stuff do you teach? I just draw stuff on my phone with one finger because I love to purposely scuffed charm. You know what? That's why my streams are so great. You know, it's just, I'm granted they're not purposely scuffed. It's just, how I be. But you know what? There's scuffed charm here. You know. Yeah, what an intensive order. I still don't have my answer. Did the sleeping meds kick in? Actually, great news. So I'm not taking those sleeping meds anymore. Yay! I'm taking a different kind of sleeping meds that very specifically don't cause hallucinations. Also, I got told some great news by a friend. She's going into psychology. She's a psychology major. And apparently, I hadn't told her about the fact that, like, I'm taking these bad, terrible sleeping medications that cause hallucinations for a long time. Why are you showing me stuff about octopus? I don't care. I'm looking up eel stuff. Gosh darn it. But, like, she was like, that's not good. They told you about that being a side effect, right? And I was like, no, I just kind of had to find out when I saw a guy standing in the corner of my room and I thought I was about to be murdered in my sleep. So, that it was a fun time, and she was like very upset that they didn't, and I was too. And it felt like very validating to have her be that upset. And then she's like, if you're taking medications that causes a lot of hallucinations, that could like cause schizophrenia. And I'm like, oh, I really wish I was warned about what these pills did then, because I probably would have said no. You gotta go back to those meds until you get the boobs hallucinations. I tried. Manifesting is such fake news. It's not a real thing. I tried so hard, and I never got it. It was either terrifying or horribly depressing things. Like, I never got anything even remotely pleasant. It sucked. I tried so hard. The next time anyone tells me that they're manifesting or like they want me to manifest something, just manifest it and it'll work out. I'll be like, no, I tried manifesting boobs for like 3 months and it never worked. I went to like comedically slap my hands on my desk and then I'm like, I really don't want to shake things. I'm kind of scared of my monitors falling over, so I'm not going to do that. Thankfully, I'm taking like some very like light stuff, but my sleep's actually a lot better now, because I've really set like a good like sleep hygiene of like doing like the same kind of things, going to bed around the same time, just doing everything I can to possibly go to sleep. And these new pills are like way better and don't cause hallucinations and actually affect me, so we're getting stuff done. I'm actually going back into like being able to sleep, and I'm waking up at like 8 to 9 a.m. instead of like 1 p.m. So things are definitely going a lot better now. I tried so hard and got so far, and in the end, it doesn't even matter. You're so real for that. It truly doesn't even matter. And I still haven't found my answer. I've clicked on like 15 different articles, and they've all just gone on long spiels of like talking about like the biology of eels, and I'm just like, listen, I'm not a marine biologist. I don't get what half of this means. Just tell me yes or no. So I'm not getting any answers here. I think my search is over. The search is done. I teach sociology courses. Referring my students that way means they refer to me that way as well. They often misgender me, so I correct them by telling them to call me doctor, but not because I'm a pretentious jerk, but because it's gender neutral. You know what? That's fair. That's a good way to do it. Especially, listen, I'm so down to call anyone like doctor, as long as they're not being pretentious about it. So I was thinking of Lincoln. Yeah, that's why I was calling you based. I understood what you're saying. Listen, I was on, what was it called? The Nintendo DS flip note, the animation thing. Everything ever was playing. I tried so hard and got so far. Listen, I think about this song on a weekly basis. It's ingrained in my brain. So I knew what you're doing. Trust. Flipnote Studio. Yeah, Dude, the amount of Sonic sprite animations that would play that specific song during like what the most insane battle you've ever seen. Unironically, I miss Flipnote Studio so bad. I would, as a kid, I'd go out, put a bunch of blankets and pillows on the tramp at night, and just like bundle up under them while watching Flipnote Studios like all night, and it was so fun. It was incredible. So genuinely some of the craziest like fan animations ever I've seen on there. I'm pretty sure that's where like stick fights became like a really big thing. Is because like that's how a lot of those were. It was either like Sonic sprite fights or like the Stickman fights. It was a fun time, best time. You never got Flipnote Studio 3D? No, that was a thing? Flipnote Studio 3D? What? This was a thing? Okay, so my DS that I had as a kid, it came with Flipnote Studio on it. I didn't have to download it or anything, so I just assumed it was sort of like, you know, like some Nintendo stuff will just like come with like some apps pre-installed. I just thought it was one of those things. So when I got a 3DS, I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. And I spent a lot of time on like the 3DS shop just like window shopping because I like to window shop. And I never even thought to look it up. That's so sad. Flipnote Studio was the greatest time to own a console. Flipnote Studio was the second best time. Flipnote Studio 3D was the second best time, and I missed it. I missed it, and I know it was incredible. That's so sad. It was on the eShop. It was available for 1K Platinum points on my Nintendo website. That makes so much sense why I never got it. Because I didn't start doing any like Platinum points or Nintendo like website stuff until like I got like a Switch like a few years ago. So I didn't do any of that stuff. So that sucks. But you know, granted, at that point, there probably also wasn't like too many people who were even on it, so I probably didn't miss too much. So they also had Zelda, Twilight Princess, Picross. Hang on, that's kind of hype though. I've never played Picross, but like a Twilight Princess themed one would be so hype though, because Twilight Princess was a game, one of the thousands of games that I've only played a few hours of. But dude, the vibes are immaculate. The atmosphere is so tasty. Oh my gosh. So like that would be so hype. Why would they lock stuff behind platinum points on the Nintendo website for the 3DS? That's so weird. Twilight Princess Picross. Okay, maybe it's not as hype as I thought it would be. It's just kind of like it looks like it's just like a really close-up screenshot of Hyrule Field. So it's just kind of like the textures of the ground, and then you put Picross on top of it. That's really all it kind of looks like. That's so funny. I love that. You chase that bag, Nintendo. Are eels not fish? Oh, please, we can't do this again. I don't want to think about the eels anymore. Rather than showing off how ignorant I am about the classification of marine life, I'm more interested in how Caprice knew that in the first place.
Are you studying this stuff alongside art?
Both Caprice and her mom turned to me in response. While Caprice looks a bit confused at my question, Charlie is beaming.
She didn't say. Caprice here is gonna be a marine biologist.
She pats her daughter's shoulder with pride. Caprice looks a bit sheepish.
It's what I plan on studying in university anyway.
These two seem to get along well.
Like mother like daughter, or?
No, she's smarter than me. I just memorize scripts and whatnot. Though you can't work here long without learning some stuff.
I'm more about marine mammals, though. We should go see the otters next.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it. You might want to wait. Feeding time's coming up soon.
Speaking of feeding time, if we're gonna be waiting anyway, we may as well grab something to eat.
I'm on my lunch break. We can all go together.
The aquarium has a little sea-themed cafe, more a cafeteria than a restaurant. The menu items have various aquatic names that mask the fact that it's all bog-standard food. I stand next to Caprice as we serve ourselves at the tiny salad bar, or rather for the first time since we arrived. Caprice has slowed down, specifically to stand next to me it seems. I love the cat face. I love cat face Caprice. She speaks in a sharp whisper, like she's telling me a secret.
How are you enjoying it so far?
Enjoying what? The aquarium?
Tell her you hate it, be honest. She nods earnestly, glancing back at our group a few paces ahead of us.
Well, it's nice. Yeah.
Whenever anyone gives me that kind of response, it's like, oh, I'd rather you have just said it sucks. That's the worst thing ever and you don't want to be here.
It's the best. But, I wanted to make sure you're actually having a good time. I know I haven't been the most reliable person to you lately.
Aw. She smiles a bit distantly. I guess my reluctance to enjoy the field trip has shown more than I thought. Or she's better at reading people than she lets on.
I mean, it hasn't been all bad. The club has been perfect for catching up on the practical assignments, but I would really appreciate any help with the exam portion too.
Absolutely. Our next meeting will be extra crunchy. You'll see.
Don't. I mean, I guess it's like, you know, you're crunching to get stuff done. I guess that makes sense. Cat priest. Oh, I thought that while saying it, I was like, no, everyone's gonna groan when I say it. I appreciate that we're on the same page as Sid with the humor. Caprice has more cat energy than Mr. Mo. How dare you? You take that back. Mr. Mo is a treasure, and I love him. I love him too much for this slander. He is best boy. You know what? I take it back. The thing that we need for the perfect route is Wallace, Eileen, Haley, Millie, and Mr. Mo. I can't, you know, that's on me. I forgot about the king. It's not slander, it's a comparison, and it's wrong, all right? It's an incorrect comparison, because he is the best cat, the only good cat. Not the only good cat, but he is at the top of that list. He's such a chonk. Hey, how dare you? He's working on his weight. He's trying to slim up. He's going to turn it all into muscle. You'll see. You'll see. When we get Threefold, he's just going to be out here being a jacked king, all right? It's going to be incredible. If there's ever works for Threefold, I will be on my hands and knees begging Theo and Caps, please make the cat buff. I need that in my life. Oh, I have 2 chunks of my hoe right now. I'm not hating. That's fair. That's fair. As long as you're calling him a chunk out of love, that's fair. Oh my gosh, one of my family's cats is such an absolute chunker. She was laying on a windowsill. I think it was last night, and I just look over at her, and like her stomach is just like spilling over the sides. And I just can't help but look at her and be like, "Hey, what's up, Tubbs?" And then we high-fived. It was a great time. I join in here, cat buff. What a starting to join this. Listen, hang on. Do you agree or not that we should get buff Mr. Mo in if we get a sequel to this game? It's a very simple question, and I need support on this. Because I feel like I'll be fighting this battle alone, you know? I need more people on my side. We'll need to start a petition if we need to. So, Mr. Swole, exactly. Mr. Swole, agreed? Yes, I'm starting a movement. Listen, if it ever happens, this will be my petition to them to get Mr. Swole in the game to show that they have this much support. Oh, I love it.
I really appreciate you giving it your all, including coming here. I have to beg Eileen and Wallace to tag along for these sometimes.
Oh, hey, also, I'm such a bad streamer. I'm so unprofessional. How's it going, Andrew Gusta? How's it going? How's your night been? Or afternoon or morning or whatever time zone you're in. How's your day been? She laughs a bit, despite the fact that it doesn't really sound like a joke. Still, I give her a smile in return. We finish piling up our salads and find our seats at Charlie's table, with the other 3 in our party off at another quietly chatting amongst themselves.
So, Olive, have you ever been here before?
Kind of. Like I told Eileen earlier, the last time I was here was in elementary school.
Caprice loved this place as a kid. Couldn't get enough.
More than now? More than 4 or 5 times a year?
She would drag me here. There was was nothing I could do.
Yeah, right. You begged me to come.
No, I had no choice.
Given her enthusiastic invitation this morning, it's hard to buy hard. Oh gosh, those sleeping meds I'm not taking are really kicking in hard. It's hard to buy Caprice's case here.
I couldn't just leave you at home. You did love it, though.
It's alright, I guess. A solid 7. Maybe an 8 when the winter decorations are up.
She's not fooling anyone, not even herself. A fact she's willing to quietly admit with a smile. Oh, lol, hi. It's almost midnight for me. I'm just chilling, watching a cool streamer talk about a buff Catman. Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. Listen, it is... Mr. Mo is one of my favorite subjects to talk about, and he has been ever since he was introduced. And he will continue to be anytime he pops up or there's a time to mention him. He, again, truly is a treasure. English sure is a language. It sure is a language that I'm very, very able to speak at an okay level. I was going to say good or like great, and then I was like, that's a lie. Then I was going to say good, and then I was like, that's also like a lie. And then I was going to say adequate. I'm like, I don't know if I'm quite adequate enough. So I just kept going down. So I was like, I can speak. I can say words occasionally. The way these two effortlessly bounce off of each other is something to be admired, and I can't help but match hers and Charlie's grins, albeit considerably smaller. There's a question that eventually creeps into my mind that causes my smile to waver a bit, but if it's anything like my own situation, it might get awkward were I to ask.
There wasn't always someone around to watch her for me, so I'd take her to work sometimes. This place was pretty accommodating, thankfully.
She answered my question without the need to bring it up myself. Charlie's demeanor remains unchanged, so at least it doesn't seem like too much of a sore spot.
I get that. My mom had to bring me into work now and then, too.
Up. A hydra. Okay. Thank you so much for the hydrate check. I appreciate it. I've been trying to make it more of an active effort to like drink loudly enough so that people, cause this is gonna sound like the dumbest self-conscious thing, but I'm like, if they can't hear me, will people think that I'm lying about drinking? So I'm like, I need to be louder about it, but I'm like, I can only slurp so loud. You know what I mean? Like I can't go that hard at it. There's a limit. I guess our family lives weren't super different growing up. A small, vague feeling of melancholy flickers in me for a moment, though I don't know whether it's for myself or Caprice.
If it wasn't Mom bringing me in for work, it was Grandpa driving me up here just to visit. I was raised by the sea.
She tilts her head up slightly, bringing the back of her left hand up to her forehead in a dramatic fashion.
And this junky cafe food.
Charlie frowns for a moment as she stirs the small bowl of soup in front of her. Between that and the salads Caprice and I opted for, we ended up getting the most sophisticated item on the menu, which says altogether way too much about the meal selection here.
Things are changing now, though. How's Mike?
He's fine, thank you. How's Millie? Have you tried talking to her again?
Oh, I miss Millie.
So anyway, when's order time?
So smooth, Caprice. Slam the water bottle on the table. Okay. Destroy a water bottle by loudly crunching it after you drink, lol. That works. Her desk. My desk is a garden table, force of habit. No, you're good. It's just like in the first Thor movie. Another, and I just have to like slam my water bottle as like loudly as possible so you guys can hear it. No, that works. Also, my desk is a garden table. I kind of want to see that. I want to see your garden table. That sounds amazing. But yeah, no, that's what I'll do. Especially since I ran out of... Okay, I was in such a rush to get stream started today that I forgot to fill my waters. Thankfully, I had my half-full cup and a half-full actual crunchy water bottle here. So it's like... You know what? Next time I take a sip, I'll make sure to crunch it real loud for you guys, so then you guys know that I'm drinking. Dang, we got to get more water to hear that crunch then. So true. Oh, I was trying to like combine the actions. I was trying to crunch it while drinking, so I just ended up just fire hosing the water into my throat. That was such a good decision. I'm such a smart person. Yes, crunny water, lol. The crunniest of water. But yeah, no, not my smartest move. Not gonna lie. Something that looks like genuine disappointment finally makes its way to Charlie's face. It doesn't really suit her after seeing her smile nonstop since I met her.
Caprice. Don't worry, Mom. Things will work out fine, I'm sure.
I sure hope so. I wouldn't want to.
Mom, really? It'll be okay.
Their conversation goes like this for the rest of lunch. The other club members occasionally chime in from a table away when prompted. They seem to be pretty familiar with Caprice's Charlie, talking as if they're old friends. Though we had pretty similar... Excuse me, I had a tiny burp there. I'm so sorry. My manners are so poor. But yes, excuse me. I couldn't imagine bickering with my mom so much, even if it's all in jest. Although it's different than I'm used to, it's still a relationship I can understand. There's the closest when all you have is each other. Caprice mentioned a grandpa, and I'm sure other friends and family members came in and out throughout her life, but her core family was her and her mom. I know what that's like. When it's just the two of you, you hold on to each other as best you can. Before long, Charlie declares it's almost feeding time, so we make our way back to the other exhibit. She's the one who directs the crowd to watch, explaining as the handler feeds the critters. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Oh, look at the little otter. Oh, hey guys, is there a way to like take the text off of screen? I'm sure that there is. I just don't remember how to do it. Do you like your water with or without the pulp? I'm very much so a without the pulp kind of guy, not NGL. What about you? What's your opinion on pulp and water? We all have normal human moments like drinking water upside down. When did you... What was the context of trying drinking it upside down? Were you just like hanging from like a tree or something? Just like, and then you're just like, ah yes, this is my favorite spot to drink water. Probably less random buttons to get rid of the text. Probably less random, but that's fair, I suppose. I didn't mean to hit that. Oh, okay, you're right. The reflection of Allison and Eileen is so cute. That is adorable. Oh, this is the best frame in the entire thing. Not gonna lie. Probably press random buttons. Probably press it. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Try pressing H. Oh my gosh, social mechanic. You are a genius. That PhD is going to use right here. That look at them. Oh my gosh, they're adorable. Oh, look at that one. Oh my gosh. And then there's just a picture of it hanging up. That's a little funny. Just be like, here, I'm gonna like tape this picture of an otter in front of the otters. Incredible. I like it without pulp, but with the crunchy bits. Please tell me you're talking about your ice, right? What are those crunchy bits you're talking about there? Oh, for context, I forgot gravity, so I drank upside down while handstanding. You know what? That's kind of base though. Was it like a one-handed handstand, and then you were just like, yeah, I can just take this bottle and like just chug? Is that what you're doing? And I thought I was right side up. That's so funny. Again, if you did it that way, incredibly skilled. Redacted. Tracy, no, you can't take that one back. You can't redact that one. I need to know. I'm so scared now. You know, in my head, I'll just be like, yes, it's ice. That's what it is. That is my headcanon for your life now. There we go. Oh, it's such a pretty frame. I just want to look at it for a few more seconds. I'm sorry, guys. There we go.
5% of their body weight a day. Wow.
When she's giving the speech, her voice is loud and cheerful. I can definitely see where Caprice gets it from. Otters really are cute little things. Even Eileen and Wallace seem interested, while Allison looks like she's about to cry from their cuteness, clutching her mouth and Caprice.
Olive, look! Ollie the otter! Maybe it's short for Olive too.
I like that she has like the swirly eyes going on. It's driving her insane to see it. Wait, I completely forgot this was a game for a second. I thought it was just an art, Lamau. No, I was like, I kind of fell into that too. I was like, I just can't look away from the cute, like, look at his stubby little arms. Oh my gosh. Ollie the otter's adorable. I'd be so fine with that. Stream, Tracy, execute attack mode, murder. Did it work? Speaking of real life headcanon, shipping real people is bad unless it's the Beatles. Very true. I do agree. Give me a second. I'm getting home. Oh no, you're so fine. You're so fine. Whenever you can. And I appreciate you as always. See, look at you go. Incredible work. Speaking of real life head, yeah. Hang on. Why is there some like I'm not gonna lie. I've never really been a Beatles fan. I really never got into them at any point in my life. Is there some reason why they're the exception? Is it because they actually just like kiss and smooch, that kind of thing? Because if so, then that's very fair. That's a fair reason to ship them. She laughs, apparently finding this amusing. I show her the grimace she probably expects, and she laughs more. Caprice gets excited about everything, it seems. Yet I feel like today I'm seeing her watch something she really, truly loves.
Don't forget, when we get back, we're drawing otters. Or wolfies.
Not that she doesn't love art, of course. I know nothing about the Beatles either. I just think it's very funny to make wild statements like that. You know what? That's so fair. Just be like, yeah, no one's gonna get what this means, but I'm still gonna say it. And that's based. In contrast to my struggles in art, I can appreciate the simplicity of my other classes, where there's only one right answer to every question. I just wish the research material was lighter. With my bag roughly 50 pounds heavier. Also, I love it when the zeros have like the crosses through them. Really helps distinguish them from the O's. Than it was when I first entered the library. I make my way towards the exit, eager to get this burden of books off my back so my poor spine can rest.
Olive, is that you?
Oh my gosh, it's Millie. Hi, Millie. How's it going? How have you been? Unfortunately, a pair of familiar... Unfortunately? What do you... Oh, because you want to take off your backpack. But it's Millie. Unfortunately, a familiar pair of students provide a sudden change in plans. She's quick to grab my attention, and as loud a voice a library will allow. Her flagging me down after joining the art club is a surprise, though not as surprising as her conversation partner. I approach with a small wave, placing my bag on the ground as quietly as I possibly can as I reach for their table. I just got into my room and there's a pizza and some seasoned potato slices. It is a trap. That is a fey trap if I've ever seen it. Don't take it or you're going to be cursed. Tracy, please be careful. Or, you know, it could be left by your family. You know, either it's the fey trying to take your soul or your family. You know, either one. You know what? Depending on the pizza place, your soul is a small price to pay for it, so I'd be kind of down for that. God, I want pizza so bad right now, actually. I'll take my chances. Yeah, no. After I said no, like, don't, I would say that, like, I think I can talk myself. I don't even need an outside influence. I think I can talk myself into falling for it if it was a trap. Pizza Hut. You know what? This might be a hot take. I think Pizza Hut, like, might be... Like, here's the thing. I'm such a sucker for pizza. I love it so much. That, like, even, like, the worst pizza is still, like, good. But I think Pizza Hut might be at the bottom of, like, my pizza tier list. I've just never been... There's something about the way it feels in my mouth that makes my brain go, no, this is not it. This does not hit. I was going to say get this out, but it's not that bad. Again, I still love pizza, so I'll take it anywhere I can. Listen, I'm used to Little Caesars. Okay, this is going to be a hotter take. I love Little Caesars pizza. I'm such a Little Caesars fan. I will take that over Pizza Hut. I'll take it over Domino's. I need to be more careful because I don't know if some of these other places are like a local or if like there's more around the country and stuff like that. But like there's only one pizza place that I'm like, ooh, I like that one more than Little Caesars. It's hot and it's ready. I'll get it is oh, I'm dying. I'm fine. It's all good. Yeah, see, and that's one of the best parts of it. It's like $6-7. You get it when it's hot and ready. It's ready for you when you get there. It's hot, like they advertise. I said the same thing like 3 times, but you guys, I was just trying to emphasize the point. And then it tastes good. I really like Little Caesars. And I know I am so alone on that hill of being like Little Caesars great, but you know, I'm fine with that. Everyone else can just be wrong. I approach with a small wave, placing my bag on the ground as quietly as I possibly can as I reach for their table.
It's me. Good to see you again, Millie. And, Wallace.
Why'd you say Wallace's name like that, dog? He gives a small nod, but not much else.
How have you been? It looked like your bag was going to snap you in half.
Oh, it is, currently as we're speaking, and then it just, like, shows all of just slowly bending backwards.
It's fine. Just being overeager, picking up everything for all my classes in one go.
Don't run yourself ragged. Part of the learning process is figuring out how to pace yourself.
A lesson I wish our club leader would take to heart.
Tell me about it.
Millie meets my sigh with a small chuckle.
So what's going on here? Leaking intel to the enemy?
I make a deliberate attempt to control my tone, to make it obvious that it's a joke, which I'm sure only makes it sound worse. Millie's smile doesn't change, at least, which is good.
You're closer than you probably think you are.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah?
I was in the writing club till Caprice and Eileen dragged me over. Literally. I feel like it needs to be said, so Millie and I catch up and talk about current goings-ons between the two groups now and again.
Waters may be a bit rough right now, but Caprice and I are still friends. Wallace has been kind enough to be my eyes and ears on the inside, making sure things are still going okay.
Huh? That's surprisingly tame, given how I've seen them act towards each other up until now.
Guess just talking to her yourself is still out of the question for now?
If only.
It's fine. Being a double agent has its perks. When you're on both sides, you're on no one's side. The fence makes for a comfortable sitting place.
How Switzerland of you.
Well, I'm glad you found a place that works for you. I'm content not being part of the larger picture.
Okay, on desktop now. I'm glad you're on your desktop. Congratulations. Oh, gotta say, Little Caesars Crazy Puffs are insanely good. Like, my god, Labao. No, so true. I've only had them a couple of times, but they hit so hard. What, like, the perfect, like, kind of cheat day thing of, like, I just want to get a bunch of these little pizza puffs. Because, like, they're small, so they feel like snacks, but they're delicious. Oh my gosh. There isn't a single major pizza chain in my town. However, there are a ton of small small business pizzerias. And see, like, that could be a good and a bad thing. Because I feel like once you go to, like, a small, like, niche business, that's where you can find, like, some of, like, the best stuff around. But, like, obviously, if, like, none of, like, the actual small businesses around you are, like, that great, then it's like, oh man, I sure do wish I had like a big pizza chain around me, that kind of thing. So it could be a good or a bad thing depending on like how it is around you.
Too late for that, I'm afraid. Your fate was sealed the second Millie waved you over.
I want pizza so bad now. This is a problem. I need it. Wallace smirks at the confusion on my face. Millie's unwavering smile starts feeling a little more sinister as the seconds pass by.
Huh?
Oops. What do you... What? Oops, what? What happened?
What we've said here stays with us. Millie has made people disappear over spilling less sensitive secrets.
Millie just murders us right now. Oh, are you saying oops to making me want the pizza? You're welcome. No, I can't. Listen, I literally just had a cheat day today. I'll have to wait another entire week before I can have any pizza. Oh no. Yes, XD. That's gonna become the thing. It's just gonna be constantly trying to tempt me with pizza. And it'll work eventually. I'll eventually have to cave in. Cause dude, getting a Little Caesars right now sounds so good.
Oh, shush.
The nice part is though, you guys can tempt me as much as you want. I just realized it's late. None of the places are open right now. So at least none of the places I would want to go to are open right now. So you can tempt me as much as you want, and I simply can't crumble. Even if I do, legally, I cannot acquire those pizzas. So we're good. Even though it was an obvious joke, I can't help but feel a small chill run down my spine. Granted, that could just as easily be attributed to the strain it was under a moments ago.
In all seriousness, Olive, help look after Caprice, won't you? I know it doesn't seem like it, but I really do worry about her. You just met us at a weird time.
Yeah, sure. I'll do what I can.
I lift my book bag up, grunting a bit as I manage to sling it over my shoulder.
It's been nice talking to you. See you at the club, Wallace.
I pivot on my foot, placing my back to the two as I start making for the exit.
Oh, and one more thing.
And then I stop.
Like Wallace said, please don't repeat any of this. We're still fighting after all.
Even without seeing her, I can visualize the comically sinister grin she's wearing as her voice takes the form of an evil sorceress, or some such. It doesn't last long, as she and Wallace share a laugh at her delivery.
I didn't hear a thing.
I leave them to their club talk, my pace quickening just a bit. I've missed this. I've missed being able to read Twofold. Because that is like the only flaw of streaming these things is like, when I'm sick and not like able to record and like or stream or anything, it's like, well then I just can't get to read my stuff. I just can't read anything. I walk to my phone buzzing incessantly. It's not the alarm I'm used to hearing. Without leaving the comfort of my bed, I reach to grab it. 5 new texts? Oh no. Oh no. Oh my gosh. The worst kind of text. Listen, there's so nothing wrong with it, but it is one of my biggest pet peeves of somebody sending like 10 single sentences to you instead of just being like, here's like a paragraph. Oh, and then here's something I forgot. Here's something, it's just like, hey, wake up, sleepyhead. You don't have classes today, right? Me neither. So, when's a good time for you? For some tutoring, I mean. I didn't forget my promise. Text back ASAP, or I'm charging you extra. Like, it's very cute. It's very fun. But if it was my phone, I'd throw it across the room. I don't know why it bugs me so much, but it does. Wallace is so cool. No, Wallace is so great. Wallace, I just need more of him, you know? I need him to be in all of this. I wish Caprice had said, wake up, baby girl, gender neutral. What an opening. What a first text to send to somebody being like that. That would be pretty great though. Somehow her texts hold a new level of energy. Maybe they'd be a little charming if she didn't rapid fire them. Olive's on the same side as me. They get it. They agree. I just woke up. We didn't agree on you charging me anything. Good. Brush your teeth, wash your face, take a shower, and get ready to go. Go where? Tutoring! I said that! Pay attention! I mean, on campus? Nah. We could meet somewhere, or maybe I could come over? Question mark, question mark. That's fine, I guess. Or wait, you could come here. Go to Caprice's place, huh? Will Millie be there? They're still fighting, right? Do I really want to go directly into the trenches of that war zone? Yes, please. We'll get to see Haley. We'll get to see Haley, and that'll be awesome. I spent the past 20 minutes trying to find a song in the game to find its name doesn't exist? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean it doesn't exist or doesn't have a name? What is that? Are you which song? I was about to ask which song. It's gonna be really hard for you to describe to me what song it is if it doesn't have a name. Weird. Is it like on like the... Is it like uploaded anywhere maybe? I don't know how you'd find that. That's weird. Also, W plant in the background. For real. I want to start like getting plants. I don't have anywhere to put them. Just because like I don't really have like curtains, and if I have like my blinds open all the time to like let the plants eat and feast, you know, I'll just be blinded for like most of the day. So it's like, no, I'm good. I'm good. So I'll figure it out eventually because I do want to get some. The one that da da dum dum. In my brain, for some reason, my brain just started playing like Freddy, like da 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 da. Not, hang on, no, that wasn't even the right one. It was the bore, like the way that Freddy does it, not just the actual thing. It's a parkour game called One Past, a lobby game. The name is literally Music Unverified, and any music fighter can't find it. Rip. That's awesome. whore. Yes, exactly that. That's what my like brain was trying to say, and then it was just like, no, you'll just do like the normal song. And I was like, okay, thank you. I appreciate that dearly. Your roommate's okay with that? Yeah? Don't worry about it. Everything's under. Okay, got it. Control. Gonna need an address. Of course. She gives it to me along with some confusing directions. Ah, dang it. Olive just didn't dox Caprice right there. What the freak? Some confusing directions that I'll ignore and find online instead. We decided on a time for me to come over as well. Since I work tonight, I'd like to get this done early. I do like the extra whores in the chats. I appreciate that. Also, I apologize. My Freddy impression is abysmal. Ugh. Once again, she's ambushed me. Increasingly, my decision to join her art club is filling my every day, even outside the club room. Regardless, I feel a strange sense of relief wash over me. She didn't forget her promise, with the finals inching closer each passing day. A promise of genuine tutoring is like a ray of light in the darkness. From the beginning, I knew that choosing the art club meant trusting in Caprice. I need to get ready to go, which means giving my all into today's reviews. I don't know when I'll get another chance like this. My grades are hinging on it. What in the Oreo double stuff, Olive? Listen, you can't be that mad at them. They didn't actually dox her. I just wanted them to. You know, I just thought it'd be really funny. I haven't gone to many other people's places in my adult life. I can't help but feel a little nervous. The fact that I might find myself physically stuck between Caprice and Millie definitely doesn't help matters either. If they weren't afraid to go back and forth on campus, I can only imagine the terrors that happen in the privacy of their home. All this absent-minded musing has given me just enough time to pedal my way to the entrance of their complex. Time to push aside any lingering worries, Olive. From the outside, their building looks nicer than I expected. I guess that's what 3 people together can afford. I press the doorbell, and immediately I hear muffled shouting on the other side. The door unlocks and swings open, and I'm greeted with a smiling face of Caprice.
Welcome! You're late.
Caprice has the best expressions. The sudden shift in tone stings more than it should.
Yeah. Sorry, got held up just a little bit by traffic today.
The smile quickly returns, her disappointment nothing more than a joke.
Don't worry. We'll just do double time. Come in.
It's only like 5 minutes.
Just a subtle little shift into it and then back. It's so good. Caprice turns and bounces back inside. I hesitantly follow her lead. Now that I know for sure the apartment is definitely bigger than mine, and certainly looks lived in the living room, clothes and books and various items lay strewn about. Maybe I shouldn't have expected them to be tidier. Hi, Haley. Oh my gosh, hello. How's it going? Haley sits on the couch flicking through her phone. Oh, she's so cool. Just the coolest.
Hello.
Hello? Oh, I don't need to read for Olive. I don't need to do that.
Hey.
Haley's here. She won't be joining us for tutoring.
Why not?
I'm banned from all art club activities while acting as a traitor to the other side.
That's stupid, Caprice. Don't be like that. I suppressed reacting to her comment by feigning interest in their ceiling. It seems the stakes are higher than I thought. Wallace and I's secret betrayal with the writing club gains another level of complexity. I try not to look too obvious as I glance around. That reminds me, did I ever show you my Oreo collection? I didn't even know you had an Oreo collection, so no, you have not. I wanna see it. Hi, Haley. Haley, hi. A low voice is cool, lol. No, her voice is so cool. Everything about her is.
What about, Millie? She's out.
Long gone. At least for a few hours.
I feel my shoulders relax. That's one thing I don't have to worry about today.
Let's get to work.
Let me take a pic real quick, then be back in a jiffy. Okay, have fun. I can't wait to see it. I give the apartment a quick once-over. I want to start making my way to whatever study area she may have planned out, but everything is so messy. Oh, hydrate. Oh, okay. Thank you, thank you. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna get this real good into the microphone for you guys, just for the stat. Actually, no. I'm not gonna get it really close into the microphone, cause that probably sounds awful for everyone who doesn't want to hear it. So I'll just do normal squishes. There we go. I feel like people have a missed opportunity to rename Hydrate to become a fish. Oh, posture check. Oh, thank you. I was shrimping so bad right there. I appreciate that so much. Become fish, it's Pequel. Well, I think for like my neck. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I think the only issue. Excuse me. I had a tiny little burp. I apologize. Again, my manners are so not on point today. Is that for to become fish, to feel, oh man, I really needed that posture check. Thank you so much, Social. I appreciate that so much. My back is so much better now. Hang on. You need to like redeem it like a lot more. You know what I mean? You need to be like, here's just like chug this whole water bottle to become fish. Because, you know, if you're just taking like a little sip, it's not really the same thing. Also, would you guys mind if I just ran away really quick to refill my water? Would you guys be okay with that? Just because I am now officially out of both of them. You know, I probably shouldn't be asking for permission to do this. I should probably just go. Also, I found out something on... Oh! Okay. Well, I guess... Oh, I guess it ad's playing now. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have a question for everyone. Did an ad actually play? Because I've never tried that before, and my finger slipped because I was going to explain, hey guys, I figured out how to auto-run ads. Yeah, it did. Okay, that's good, because I was sitting there like, did I just like not explain anything and then just leave people there with an ad? And it's like, oh, I feel so bad. But yeah, I found out how to autoplay ads, so then that way, whenever I need to like walk away to like refill my water, I can do that, and it helps like reduce the amount of ads you get when they play. So there we go. It's pretty nice. So yeah, perfect timing, Tracy. A pizza ad while you were gone. Wait, that's actually awesome though. That's incredible timing. Wait, what kind of pizza was it for? I ask as I'm going to pull up this picture really quick. Hang on. Get out of here, beautiful art of upwards rain. Oh my gosh, I still had that pulled up. Oh, hey, sorry I didn't see your emotes in the chat, Tracy. Oh my gosh. Also, hi Haley. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, this national park. I'm now just looking at your entire bookshelf. I'm sorry. But I love the National Park Girls Yellowstone acrylic. That looks so good. Oh my gosh. But no, that's what, Oreo Soul? I didn't know that. Hang on. Oh, wait, yeah. I was reading all of these, like, all their Spanish names, and be like, I've never heard of these flavors, because it's in a different language. Granted, I've still never heard of the yellow Oreos like that, with, like, the other flavored cream in it. That's weird. That's cool. Yeah, I got all the NPG merch. Nice. I greatly appreciate the Haley up there, representing the best girl. Also, like the giant spider. Anyways, That's crazy. Hang on. Can I ask, why am I... Neck? Hello? Hello? How long was I broken for? Oh, no. VTube Studio. You're a blessing. But, like, what made you want to, like, start collecting, Oreos? Because that's a... I feel like that's a very unique collection to have.
The counter.
She points towards their kitchenette, wherein lies the counter in question. It's covered in books, paperwork, and a variety of other so-and-sos. I guess that qualifies as the most study-esque place here. I wonder where they eat then. With that in mind, I notice their cluttered countertop and their sink full of dirty dishes. This kitchen and its contents have clearly gone to waste.
Do you guys ever cook in here?
Cook?
Not.
Ollie.
Yes? Looking like she's about to admonish me, she pauses for dramatic effect.
That microwave gets everyday use.
I'm sure.
Right. Are you really sticking with that?
With what?
Ollie.
Ever since her fateful encounter with Ollie the Otter, Caprice has decided the name suits me. It kinda does. It's cute. I like it.
You don't like it?
The only person who calls me that is my mom. It's kind of embarrassing.
It's cute.
I
Isn't it
agree.
cute?
It's pretty cute, Ollie.
See, and if Haley agrees, then it has to stick around. The giant spider normally protects the cookies, but I got the Java chip ones and ran out of space. That's awesome. I love NPG. I'm looking forward to playing it. It's on the backlog. One of my goals was to finish all of the Studio Lawn games of the first quarter of this year. And then I got sick or had to take a lot of breaks. So we're definitely not doing that. But quarter 2, we're definitely finishing it before the summer's over. That's definitely happening. Also, I'm going to, like... I don't know if it's, like, popping up for you guys, but, like... my phone's been buzzing a lot. And I'm just going to toss it away so then it doesn't buzz for you guys anymore. Just in case it was, like, you guys could hear it. Oh, I thought it'd be cool to collect something that I could actually buy in person, not only online. And I've always been autistic about Oreo because of certain Mexico exclusive flavor. I remember so fondly that became lost media. Oh, wait, what flavor was it? I started and finished all Studio Lawn games in March of last year, Lamau. Seeing that, like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that. But again, it's just like needing to find the time to actually like stream them all. Because that's why I want to do it. I want to stream all of them. If I was just like recording them or playing on them on my own, I could get through it faster. But like actually carving out like the 2 to 3 hours to do it takes a little bit longer. Oh, that reminds me of something. Oh, what does it remind you of, Andrew? Love that I'm so looking forward to summer at the end of the universe. Dude, it's crazy. We got such a stacked lineup. We have a Titan Blood coming out in June. We got Upwards Rain in July. Later in the year, we're getting Lock and Key. And then, like... we have summer on the horizon. And then we also have Our Home, My Keeper, also on the horizon, because we have like the demo out for it and everything, which was so good. So good. Oh, I just realized I'm such a bad streamer. I'm just gonna blame it on being sick. But I always wanted to like put like in the post on YouTube the link to that stream, because doing that collab to read Our Home, My Keeper was so much fun. It was so good. Oh. Oreo Trio. Wait, hang on. Wait. So ketchup flavored Doritos. Excuse me. I saw it in a store one time and I was terrified. Hang on. No. I don't know how this is going to make me sound. I don't want to preemptively say anything. But I like dipping. I don't do this often. I actually kind of like dipping chips in ketchup. I'm not gonna lie. I really do like it. Like I'll dip like sour cream and onion Lay's in there. It's so good. Doritos are so good in ketchup. So good. Oh, Oreo Trio chocolate. It had 3 different chocolates to form the cookie. Both covers are different chocolates and stuff. Was also another one. It was inspired on Tres Leches cake. Open my Twitch channel and check the banner. It's a picture of them. Okay. I am fear now. No, you don't need to be afraid of the truth. It's okay. Just try it. Just get a Dorito, just a single one, and dip it in just a little bit of ketchup. You'll see that it tastes incredible. Okay, I'm opening. Oh, look at that. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Hang on, hang on. Also, follow. Did that notify you? That's so cool. It does show like a little bit of like I can't see all of it because like there's the offline thing on it, but that's cool. That's cool. I can send you a picture directly if you want to see it bigger. Yes, please. Poison damage. No, it's not like that. It's really good. I promise. It's so good. Please, just try one chip. Like again, either like sour cream and onion Lay's or a Dorito. Like just I'm coughing. I'm dying. Just try it. Just one. I'm begging you, Andrew. Please. Okay, let's check this picture. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Bloop, bloop. Oh, there we go. Oh, that looks so good. And you said that these were discontinued? Why would they do that? Why would they make such a mistake? I wish it was my picture. I found it in an abandoned 2009 blog. Ugh, that's so sad. Because that looks so good. Do you mind if I pull that up and show it on screen for everyone? What's the weirdest food combo you've tried that tasted surprisingly good? To anyone in chat or streamer, by all means, thank you. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I don't do... Like, when you say, like, food combos, do you mean, like, eating two foods together? Or, like, putting the foods together? Because I don't think I'm that spicy. I don't think I do anything that would be, like, too weird like that. Like, well, apparently the chips and ketchup was the wrong thing to say. Apparently that's a little too freaky, a little too quirky, you know? Like mixing two things or more, like gravy with stuff or sauce. I don't think I have anything like that. Let me think. Let me think, and I'll get back to you on that if I can think of anything while I pull up these Oreos. Image. There we go. Oreo. I just have 1,000. I have 1,000 pictures set to be shown on here. Well, not here specifically, but just like on Twitch in general. Hang on. Where are ya? Bam! Hang on, let's make this bigger. Whoop. Doesn't that look so good? Doesn't that look... Hang on. This is the new stream now. We're not... Hang on. Let's just go like... this. Oh no! I so can't format this that I was gonna just cover... I was just gonna cover the Twofold stuff and then be like, you know, this is what we're streaming now, yada yada, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I can't put my frame around it. So I'm just gonna fill everything. There we go. I love mustard and pretzel. Ooh, wait, maybe I have one. I used to work at a little amusement park, and there we'd make like I worked in the kitchen a lot, and one of the combinations that I found that I loved was mozzarella sticks and like nacho cheese sauce. I don't know if that's weird, but I think it kind of counts. I'd recommend corn dogs and gravy. They taste really good together. Hang on, what kind of gravy? Also, hang on. Are you really gonna judge me for putting chips and ketchup when you're like, dog, corn dogs and gravy? Like, how dare you? I feel like the chips thing is so much more tame than that. Oh, ooh, that's good mozzarella. I mean, oh, that's so funny. No, listen here. I'll make you a deal. Handshake right now. You tell me what kind of gravy I need to dip this corn dog in, and I'll try it if you try the chip thing. How about that? It's a trade. It's an offer. Thank you for indulging in my Oreo autism, Mao. Anytime. I'm so down to learn about all these things. Just because I also think that this is fun, just to see and to learn about. Also, again, that looks so good. Do you know why Also, you missed one text wall I sent. Did I? Oh, I'm such a failure. I'm so sorry. Oh, I missed your story because ads played? Hey God. Moobot. That's what the bot I use is called. How dare you? Oh, wait, what part did you miss? Wait. It says it's not playing for another 6 minutes. When did it cut out for you? What were we talking about? Did you just miss like my food combination that I was talking about? Is that what you missed? I think it depends on... I meant this message. Oh. Oh. Yes, I super missed this. God, I'm such a bad streamer. Oh my gosh. It stopped being sold around 2010 and it was exclusive to Mexico. But I still remember the ads scene by scene, and those Oreos are also were also the first ever purchase I made with my own money. That's so sad. That's so sad that it's not being sold. That's terrible. Because if they were still around, I'd be like, you know, I need some of that. I need some of that so bad. Because, listen, I don't like most candies. Like, 99% of candies, I'm like, ew, icky, sticky, get it away from me. But chocolates, I'm all about chocolates, except for dark chocolate. That's the only one I'm like, But if it's other stuff, I'm like, that is, like, my weakness. I think it depends on what gravy you like. For me, I like turkey gravy, but whatever gravy suits you. That's fair, that's fair. I'll try it with turkey gravy just to see if that's a good combo. But yeah, no, do we have a deal on that? Do we have a deal on that? I worked in an amusement park once and then you cut out. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry that the ads did that to you. But yeah, no, I was working at an amusement park, and I worked specifically in the kitchens, and some of my coworkers introduced to me dipping mozzarella sticks in nacho cheese sauce. And then, like, because I was just a huge fan of, like, you know, typical, like, you dip, like, mozzarella sticks with, like, marinara sauce. That's, like, the go-to combo for it. But, like, no. They introduced me to the nacho cheese thing, and every single day I worked there, I'd make myself some mozzie sticks, give myself some of the cheese, and it was probably so bad. It was probably so bad for me, but I loved it so much. And then I also started making, whenever I like make some fries, if there were any like leftover ones, I'd also do that, and I dip that in the nacho cheese sauce. Maybe that's a weird one too, because it's that specific brand of French fries. Like, you can't just grab, like, you can't go to like McDonald's or like Wendy's or like even like the store-bought ones and like dip those in the cheese sauce. I feel like it's like that specific brand that we had went so good with it. It went so good with it. Oh. This is just from, I haven't thought about these in so long just because like I don't ever have like nacho cheese sauce on me, so I never like make any of these things. But it's just like, it's just hitting me with so many memories. Please don't dip toes into the cheese sauce. Why? It'd probably taste good. Cut that from the records right now. Dude, no one keep that around. I once reached out to the official Oreo account. They said, "Oh, we'll think about bringing them back." That's such a non-answer. That's such a non-answer. I think 4 years. They're thinking so hard. Yeah, they're really taking their time on it. I'll try. I just have bad experience with ketchup and meatballs. Okay, but this isn't balls. This is chips. There's a difference there. So it's you know. But granted, if the experience is too bad, then I'll respect it. Nah, bro, not the toes. Hey, yo, clipped. No, hang on. Hang on, guys. No. Right? No. Please. I do not need that to be someone's... Dude, hang on. Imagine my perspective. If we raid into somebody and they go, hey, time to give this Darkbender person a shout out. And the first thing they see from me is, hey, what did I even say? Like, no, don't dip the toes into the cheese sauce. Why it would still taste good. That's such a terrible first impression. It'd be kind of funny though. I actually didn't clip it. No worries. Oh no, listen. If you did, it's so fine. I don't really care that much. So yeah, no, you're so good. Oh, thank you. I get too relaxed while doing these streams. I get too cozy. I lean back too much. Granted, it's because like the hang on, camera. Hello. Are we good? Hang on. My eyes aren't working with me. There we go. Okay, we're kind of good. It's because like the chair, it doesn't have like the best support for actually just like sitting up straight. Like you kind of need to lean into it. Bone is closest. There's no spine emote. Oh, I didn't read the thing above it. Yeah, yeah. So that makes sense. Oh yeah, I didn't want to say anything during the announcement stream, but the only stream you were the only stream with the announcement tag? Wait, really? Oh my gosh, that's such an exclusive club. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wait, that is actually really cool though. With your type of uh, uh, I'm a hot mess if you hold the hot part. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Listen, the more I've streamed visual novels and had to type things out for stuff, the more I'm learning that I'm probably dyslexic too. And that's so because I read that and I didn't even realize what was wrong with it until you said with your typo. And I was like, oh no, there's supposed to be an E right there, right? Oh, that sucks so much. That's terrible. With your typo, give you wings and chop them off. No, for real. That was a crazy play. Also, sorry, I thought that would push the ad break back, but it looks like we're about to get another one. I think I'm gonna everyone just take a break, get up, stretch those bones. I think once it starts, I'm probably just gonna run and just do a big stretch, just stand up and everything. It's so I don't think I like being able to see it. I don't think I like being able to see it. I'm gonna go somewhere else so I don't see it. Hey, how's the YouTube go? And how's it? Oh, warning, the stream's bitrate's bad. Cool, awesome, as it always is. What a wonderful experience it is over on YouTube. But after this ad break, we're gonna get back into playing the game for a little bit longer before we end. Make sure to bend 180 degrees upwards and behind, lol. Yeah, for sure. Everything is all right. All is under control. Wait, did it start? Well, if it didn't, I mean, I'm going to be right back. Hang on. Just give me one moment. This is such a scuffed, terrible stream. This is awful. Anyways, I'll be right back. It hasn't started yet? Okay, then I'll stay. Because I was just going to get back and do like just a big stretch. But if it hasn't started yet, then we can get back into the game. I have loved this, though. This has been so much fun. I miss streaming so much over the week. And whenever we have to take a break, I just end up missing it so much. That just embarrasses me more. I hear this enough from Mom as is. While Caprice is being genuine, I'm almost certain Haley is playing along just to mess with me. Her little smile definitely makes it seem that way.
I'm just not used to it. I mean, do you really have to?
Yes, it's important.
I just remembered it at a seashell once. Wait, the make sure to bend 180 degrees? Oh, wait, are you talking about the ketchup thing? It didn't taste good? 8? You got this. Do you want one more correction? Listen, I can't judge. On the special announcement stream, I did misspell announcement. An easy word to spell, and I still messed it up, so I can't make fun of anyone.
Super important.
I sigh. This topic isn't important enough to argue.
Do what you want.
Caprice fist bumps in tiny victory. She begins the task of moving things off the table and out of our way. I join in to help, but following her lead, I just place them in some other cluttered part of the room.
Are you three managing well enough on takeout and frozen dinners?
Well enough.
You know how it is. College life.
If there's one thing I'm absolutely clueless about, it's college life.
I don't know about that. I cook as often as I can.
Okay, you don't need to flex on us all if not all of us can be as cool as you.
Right? But that isn't always an option.
I can make eggs.
Oh, Haley is perfect, huh?
It's something, at least.
Caprice cannot.
Haley's head swivels, a small frown revealing itself. I follow her line of sight as best as I'm able, eventually landing on the microwave. Caprice claims is well loved. Sag typo. Lamau can make eggs for real. Peak character. No, for real. For real. Listen, I'm only saying that because Haley's cool, and I did just talk about how my diet is like 75% eggs. So it's like, you know, Game respects game. You know what I mean? Caprice cuts my concerned gaze off by jumping between myself and the kitchen.
Anyway,
She pulls a chair out from under the table and gestures to it.
you wait here, and I'll go grab the stuff we need.
She bolts off, presumably turned towards her bedroom. I share a glance with Haley, but she shrugs. Yes, please.
Sure.
Without moving from her spot, she gestures down the hall.
Bathroom and bedrooms are that way. That's about it. You've seen everything else.
Oh, thank you so much for the tour, Haley. I appreciate it deeply.
Thanks. I really think I've got my bearings now.
I'm not sure whether her attempt at humor is just Haley being Haley or her struggling to make proper conversation. Given the dead air that follows my response, my guess is the latter.
Caprice still struggling with making meetings, huh?
Yeah, things have been really busy for her, apparently.
You think you have enough time to catch up?
No.
I don't know yet.
That's a lot of protein? Yeah, it is. I'm trying to, like, get back into decent shape just because, like, I fell really out of shape. So I'm trying to get back into shape. And again, it's probably a little bit, you know, I was going to say it might be a little bit less than 75%, but then I just thought about everything. I was like, no, it probably is. And it's mostly just because, like, for the diet that I'm trying to do, it's like I need a lot more protein in it while trying to, like, do a healthy amount of, like, carbs. And I'm trying to eat, like, balanced. But, like, stuff like fruits and vegetables are, like, super filling and, like, get you through the day and, like, that kind of thing without, like, you needing to stop and eat a lot of them. So I tend to just eat a lot of eggs just because I don't really want to eat, like, too many red meats. Like, I'll have it, like, here or there. But, like, there are, like, issues with, like, red meats that, like, aren't, like, the best thing for you. And I would eat more fish. But the only way I like fish that aren't shrimp is if it's in sushi, which is also just not the best way to do it because you're not really getting, like, all the protein. Like, in a sushi roll, it's mostly just rice, you know? It's mostly just rice, and then, like, the middle contents are, like, here's, like, your avocados, your crab, or your salmon, or, like, whatever else you put into it. So it's, like, you have to eat so much sushi to actually get, like, a lot of, like, the nutrients from the fish just because there's so little fish in sushi rolls, you know what I mean? So yeah, I would eat more fish or, like, salmon and stuff like that. I just don't like it. And I can only force myself to eat so many things that I don't like. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Never asked what you're... Oh, Twofold. Thank you so much for replying to that, Tracy. I'm so happy that Theo said if they ever make a Haley route, then they'd add a pointless scene that's just Haley trying to cook breakfast and making the one egg with the cheese slapped on the side I once made. Wait, really? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, so now do we need to start rioting until that happens, until we get the Haley route? I think I need that. Also, egg that diet. You're just Hannah for real, for real. Talk about our characters as if they're well known. Hey, listen, I got that reference. I understand it. And yeah, again, I didn't even, like, say it when we were talking about it. I was like, I respect Hannah for this. Listen, you do what you do. You do what you can. So I relate to that. I'm in a sea creature diet. Sea creature, I eat it. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Tracy. Crab, though. I can't eat seafood, but crabs, amazing. I'm not gonna lie, it's just sushi. I'm not the biggest fan of crabs in, like, sandwiches or, like, on their own or anything, but you put some rice around it, you put some avocados in there, and it's like, so good. Put some soy sauce on it. Oh my gosh, I'm in heaven. Like, it really is, like, the only way I'll eat any seafood outside of shrimp, because the shrimp is the truest exception, but it's an issue. I love sushi so much. It got to the point I was like getting it, like, because there's, like, a place really close to me where it's, like, really cheap and really good. I know, such a rare combo in this capitalist society we live in. So I would be going there, like, every, like, 2 or 3 days just to get sushi, and I can't get enough of it. That's actually, like, my favorite combo to do. We're talking about both of my favorite things tonight. Is I love to get sushi and pizza together as, like, it goes so well together. I didn't think it would, but there was just one day where I was like, do I want to get sushi today or do I want to eat some pizza? And then I did both, and they went so well together. Surimi is great. Surimi is fish paste that tastes like crab, by the way. Let me R&D. Surimi. this is supposed to be like fish paste? Does it have like all like, wait, hang on, what's it actually made out of if it's fish? So I guess it's made out of fish, but it tastes like crab. That looks interesting. I might have to try that because I would love to eat more seafood just because like apparently fish are like just like everything I've looked up when it comes to nutrition is like, yeah, dog, fish, eat those. And it's like, but I don't like so like if I can find something that I like, that seafood, I'd love that.
Do you think I made the wrong choice?
Nah, you're right where you need to be. You two can figure it out.
Thank you, Haley. I expected there to be a moment of reflection before she continued, but her response was surprisingly immediate.
That aside, I hope my being here isn't making things worse, at least.
I was under the impression you were here to get a passing grade.
Well, obviously. But that doesn't mean I want to give Caprice a hard time.
Aww, your empathy is showing.
Color rises to my face as she gives me a sly smile. I feel like she's messing with me somehow. Before I can say anything else, Caprice returns. Her hands are full of books and loose papers.
Here we go. This is everything I have from my past art classes. Basic fundamentals, a bit of history.
She emphasizes by poking her finger on top of the stack.
Plus some personal stuff I brought.
Digging through the pile, she pulls out a... Hang on. How dare Caprice give us a hard time about being late, but not have the things ready to go? She had to go for like 5 straight minutes of just getting her stuff. How dare? How dare? You weren't ready anyways. We got so much good fish in Alaska. That's what I've heard is like that's the best place to catch it. The only issue is the only like experience I have with like fish from Alaska is the salmon, and I'm just not a salmon fan again unless it's in sushi. So maybe you need to recommend some fish because it's also really hard to like look up like what's the best fish to eat, but then you just get recommended like crabs and salmons and yada yada stuff like that. It's like the main filling for commercially affordable sushi, and it's also used in salads. Do you think like they probably have to like legally say like because like on the sushi that I get, it's like here's the ingredients in it. You're like here's like some crab, here's like like the other like because sometimes there'll be like tempura in it and like that kind of stuff. You think they have to say that? Well, like there is one that says fish like crab sticks. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it's saying. Yeah, the whole ingredient list is on the menu. Yeah, so just like thinking about like if they like need to specifically be like fish paste, or if they like can just get away with like saying like the crab stick thing, like if that's what that is. I don't think I've ever actually looked into that. So yeah, she just wanted to give us time to some time to chat with Haley. You know what? If so, then I'll accept that. I'm so down for that. I appreciate it. I recognize it immediately. I brought the same book myself. Art, what is it? And much more.
Did you bring yours too? That'll make it a bit easier.
It's in my bag.
I explain as I begin taking it out, along with a couple other required texts.
Good.
She takes her seat and pulls out a stool next to her, beckoning me to follow once I've complied. Once I've complied, she returns her attention to the book in front of her.
So in the club, we've been working on basic art techniques, and that's good. But the class is also about this stuff.
She quickly flips the pages like it's a flip book.
Art history, art theory, art knowledge. So how much do you know?
Nothing. No, Haley, don't go. Listen, the biggest tragedy is when Caprice was like, when Haley was like, nah, I ain't studying with you guys. I picked the other club. It's like, please, just stay. It's sold in tubes over here. I live on the coast. I don't think I've ever seen it before. I want it to be sold in tubes. Just because I like it to be quirky. Like, people are like, oh, Canadians get their milk in bags. And I'm like, that'd be kind of fun, though. Just to change things up, not have it be the same as everything else. I open the book and stare at the page I've randomly turned to. I'm not sure what I'm looking for. In truth, I've barely even opened this thing ever since stressing about it at the diner way back when. Granted, that won't mean I won't make fun of the milk and bags. It's just like, I'd be down to try it. Caprice was right. The professor hardly ever brings it up in class. I had been hoping all this time to look at it in the art club, so I also put off my own independent study.
Okay, we'll start with chapter 1.
Chapter 1 it is then.
Good luck.
Thanks, Haley. Don't leave us.
Wrong again. Take another look. An important thing to look at is the values and shading.
I look dumbfounded at the picture in the book. It's some old painting. Caprice's hand covers the caption. I'm not even exactly sure what values refers to.
Does this even matter?
Yes, values matter a lot. Please, values and shading is very important.
It'll probably be on the test.
Do you know the answer?
Yes.
I give a long sigh, leaning back against my chair slightly. Why did I think this would be any easier in the first place? I feel more stupid than ever. The beginner questions of the book completely escaping me. Caprice closes her eyes, refocusing herself to find a new angle of attack. Something eventually must come to her as her eyelids open and she focuses in on me.
You're taking this class because you're struggling,
Oh,
right?
oh, have a good night, social. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great rest of your night. Good night. My city is like a really important tuna exporter, so the tuna and surimi are very local things. Maybe that's why I take it for granted while no one in the US knows what I'm talking about. That's fair, especially since I am nowhere near the coast. I think the nearest coast is like 15, 16 hours away from me, so it is a good ways out there.
Yeah, obviously. It's not like I'm against...
I know I'm tutoring you, but I hate asking for help. Feeling like you're unable to do something yourself is the worst. Seminars are actually really hard for me. It feels impossible for me to learn from someone else droning on and on. I want to just skip sometimes.
For the first time ever, it sounds like Caprice is complaining. Compared to her usual dramatic grandstanding, though, this feels a bit different.
But I really want to pass all my classes too, you know? So I go because it's my only chance to learn all the stuff that isn't in a book. I love marine animals. I really want to work with them someday. So I keep trying my hardest. And even with the stuff I struggle with, I get through to the end somehow. You have to try your hardest in everything you do. Nothing's totally insurmountable.
She tilts her head, trying her best to get the rest of the thought out of her brain.
Well, the stuff that's important to you at least. Does this matter is up to you.
That's a great way to think about it, especially when it's like stuff with art, where like what's important is depending on like how you want to express yourself kind of thing. So that's a really good way to think about it. If you're near Nebraska, you can visit the STH gazebo in real life. I also think I'm like a good like 16 hours. I'm like really far from everything. Hang on. Let me just look up a quick map. Okay, I clicked. I didn't want to plan a map of the entire world, that's why I specified. Oh yeah, bro, I'm so not close. Look up Sydney Legion Park. Okay. Ooh, oh, this is so pretty. I'd pull it up for you guys, but I'd be worried about... Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm being a little burpy tonight. Any information getting revealed. How do you do the thing where you like click into the world? Hang on. I like hard. Oh, right here. Oh, I can wait. This isn't the park. It took me away from the park. Hang on, guys. I got this. Hey, I got it. Hang on. Search. There we go. This is also not the park. What is happening? You got this probably? I don't think I do. Hang on. I'm clicking on the Street View thing and it keeps like every single time I do it, it takes me like somewhere like super far away from it. You know what? I'll figure this out later. Because yeah, no, I click on the little Street View thing. You gotta drag the stick man. Oh. Oh, that's so cute. Hang on, that's so cute. I love that. Nope, it still didn't work. Dragged and dropped him right onto the Sydney Park thing, and it took me like a few miles away. Go. Right there. Okay, yeah. I'll figure this out later. Let's let's do the stuff that I can actually show you guys. And then yeah. I'm so good at this. Let me DM you a link that's already looking at it. Please do. I just realized I didn't guys, how long has the Oreo's been here the entire time? I genuinely did not mean to leave that up there. I'm so good at this. I'm so good. I looked down at the pages of the book, not focusing on anything.
I mean, this stuff is important. I want to pass. That's why I'm here. It just feels disconnected from me. I don't understand how to look at fine art and understand what I'm looking at, much less how to do it myself.
She scratches her head, clawing for an idea.
You just sort of feel it in your bones.
That is so not helpful, Caprice, but thank you.
I don't think anyone can teach me how to do that.
Well, maybe it's just that the study method isn't good.
Got any better ideas?
Sent. Okay, let's look at this. So, a little short intermission. There we go. Click. Visit site. Oh my gosh, this place is so pretty. And yeah, again, I'm sorry, I'm not going to show you guys, because I don't want to actually, like, hit anything that reveals any information, so we're not going to. But thank you so much for sending me that. That looks so pretty. Yeah, I'll definitely look more around it later, because I would love to. She scratches her head even harder. You got this, Caprice, I believe. The fervent scratching stops as she crosses her arms in front of her in thought.
Let's take a break. I'm hungry.
Caprice, we just started.
Yeah, sure.
She had my attention for a second there, but it seems like the moment has passed.
What do you want to do for lunch?
Well,
I let my eyes wander around the mistreated kitchenette. I don't mind them ordering fast food, but between my small exchange with Haley and Caprice's surprisingly open speech, I feel like it'd be rude of me as a guest to let them worry about that today. And well, I guess my empathy is showing.
if you guys are okay with it, I could cook something.
Caprice immediately lights up at the suggestion. Even when she's mostly hidden behind the couch, it's not hard to see I've gotten Haley's attention either.
I need a clean space first.
Oh, right.
We can help with that.
That was the fastest Haley's ever spoken. I sent a picture from 2012 that's unfortunately the newest in Street View. Oh, I can send a picture that like that's not even like too bad of an issue though, because like it depends on how much has changed, I guess. I can send you a picture I found from 2023 later, but my phone's on the other side of the room. Actually, screw it, only take a GIF. Well, thank you for sending me that. Thank you for taking the GIF to do that. Box spaghetti, olive oil, a little bit of garlic, salt and pepper, grated cheese, some pepperoncini would be nice, but this is more than enough.
This should be good enough. No one has any allergies or intolerances, right?
Nope.
Lactose, but I'll still eat cheese. Thanks.
Like every lactose person.
That's okay. Most cheeses.
I look over and see the two of them are giving their I look over and see the two of them are giving their undivided attention. Haley's expression is hard to read as usual, but Caprice is looking on with genuine interest.
Usually fine. In any case, just sit back. This shouldn't take very long.
I set the pasta to boil.
You know, this is pretty easy to do. I think you can learn just by watching.
Oh, I've done it before.
So not just eggs, huh?
I get to work on the sauce as well, giving each ingredient a small sniff before throwing it in the pot, not fully willing to trust the things in this mess of a kitchen.
As long as the instructions are easy, I can do it. But, you know, sometimes you just don't feel like it.
How often is sometimes?
7 days a week, every week for every year? How about that? About that often?
roast.
I can't stop myself from sighing. This really isn't a good way to live.
It's a good thing we have you.
I'm not gonna be your personal chef.
She snaps her fingers.
Darn. You seem really good at it.
Well, it's my job.
Oh, right. The trolley diner.
You picked up everything just from that?
More or less. I only really had to learn the basics for the menu, but I like to research things on my own. And I wanted to try new things for my mom and me back home.
That's cool.
Yeah, impressive.
Not exactly a gourmet chef.
But you know a lot, right? And you're actually a pro.
Pretty much. I don't know if knowing how to put together a BLT or scrambled eggs makes me a pro. I like to think of myself as a pro, so you're basically a professional too, Olive. Don't worry. That's cool. No, you're cool, Haley. So true and based. Sent. Okay, let me pull that up. Wait, this is so pretty. This is another question. Do you mind if I show this on the stream? Because this is a gorgeous looking view. Go right ahead. Thank you so much. Okay, I'll pull it up really quick. And I don't own real life locations. Yeah, but I feel mean if it's like, you know, like a picture you've took or found, you know, stuff like that, and be like, I'm just gonna show it off now, you know? I feel like it's good to ask for permission. And I'm also going to not leave this one up for like half an hour. Potentially. You know, I might just forget. That's also definitely a possibility. Look at this. Isn't this place so pretty? That's the gazebo back there that we're talking about. That's where all the magic happens. I want to visit this place. I love places with a ton of nature in it. It's like any place like this, I'm like, oh, I want to go there. Because it sucks is like most of the places around me are just kind of like nothing, or just like a couple of trees, like nothing like this, you know? But like whenever I get the chance and like I go somewhere else, it's like if there's a place to walk around that has like greenery like this, I'm all over it. I'm all over it. If a lawn staff was watching, I'd be more wary, but we're just chilling right now. Fair. That's also very fair.
I think that anyone could learn to do what I do at work.
The fact that you're practically self-taught isn't nothing, though.
Some gears seem to be turning in Caprice's head as she crosses her arms again. I'm terrified at what she could be coming up with.
Yeah. Say, Ollie, what's the origin of this dish?
Not quite what I was expecting.
What? Spaghetti?
She nods enthusiastically. Haley smirks at me. I can't tell if I'm being made fun of.
It's Italian. Common with tomato sauce, but you guys didn't have any. This is a little more traditional.
I pick up the box that once held the noodles.
Not that this is authentic Italian or anything.
How do you know that?
Huh? Doesn't everyone?
Yeah, but there are things that make it definitely Italian, right?
Sure. Olive oil is a big one in Italian dishes, but the way the noodles are.
Oh, I see what's happening. I shift my eyes from the back of the pasta box to my tutor. She gives an embarrassed looking, "You got me" smile.
You get it, right? This is the same exact thing. No matter what you're learning, the building blocks are all the same, from pasta to paintings.
I don't know if that's necessarily true, because like with pasta you can just memorize some facts. With paintings you actually have to be like, I guess, like, you know, the cooking aspect is still a skill. So I see where she's coming from. I was taking it slightly different. I was like, I think this is what it more means.
At least that's what the class is trying to say. You can make an Italian dish because you know what makes one up.
Cooking is an art of its own too. Yeah, no, that's why I like changed my answer, because it's like knowing like the origins of, like, you know, like this kind of stuff, that's just memorizing like facts. Whereas, like, actually being able to cook is, like, actually putting that, like, knowledge to practice. So that's why I changed it up, because I took it wrong. I took it incorrectly.
And if you know what makes up a Baroque-style painting, you can recognize it and paint your own.
Again, Caprice has surprised me enough to keep my attention.
It's just like cooking. You just try try stuff out until you get the hang of it.
Considering the little I know about her culinary escapades, that alone explains so much.
Wait, no. It's really not the same at all. I read recipes. I also have my manager at work constantly watch over me and tell me if what I was doing was right or wrong.
But that's just gonna be Caprice.
I'm not really the type to learn by just diving headfirst and hoping for the best.
Something clicks for both of us, and we swivel to meet each other's gaze.
That's it then. I'm gonna have to teach you all the recipes for every art movement. That'll be easy. Consider me the soup chef of social movements.
I don't even want to correct her.
Chef.
She definitely didn't see my offer to cook in the cards today, so actually being able to tie it all in one spot, on the spot, is impressing me more than the actual lesson. True, her attempt to connect was a little clumsy, but it definitely worked. I think we both understand each other a bit better. I begin to drain the pasta.
When I originally thought of an elective art class, I thought I'd just be drawing whatever, which seemed doable. It's hard to consider all the history and stuff alongside it, though.
The art we do today is built on the art of the past. Or something like that. I think cooking is probably the same?
It is, yeah. But I understand, so we don't need to keep stretching the comparisons.
Finally, at the end of that lesson, I returned to watching the pot in front of me.
Food's about done, by the by.
I'm glad we hit the important part of the lesson. Good job, team.
Over lunch, Caprice tried tutoring me from the book some more. Haley looked on with what I can only guess is amusement. I didn't know if anything changed within me because of what she said, but for some reason, talking about it while eating the spaghetti I cooked made it feel a little easier to get into.
Thanks for the lunch.
Thank you for helping me out. Really.
I promised I would.
If you liked it, I could teach you how to make something like this sometime, too.
Yeah.
Just make sure you have a fire extinguisher. Or 3, handy if you do.
Caprice, I appreciate your face so much.
Hey, it wasn't that bad.
Haley visibly shudders.
It was worse than bad.
What happened?
It was one mistake. Don't worry about it.
She ushers me out the door, closing it behind her.
Forget about that.
You're not going to tell me?
Nope. It's the past. Let's keep looking forward.
Uh-huh. Well, thanks again for the tutoring.
I hope some of it stuck. You can be thick-headed.
Oh, really? And you're not?
Something funny with the "we chef" expression is that here in Latin America we say "oído chef," heard chef. Well, in Spain they say "oído cocina," heard kitchen. That's interesting. Why? Heard chicken. I mean, not heard chicken. Heard kitchen. I don't think I heard of the first one. I can't pronounce it. I'm so sorry. Just from like Spanish classes. I'd never heard of the second one. So that is interesting to know. Cause yeah, I've never heard that.
I'm the teacher here. Besides, I've cracked the code. You're never gonna be able to get rid of me or my fun history facts.
Oh? How was that?
Give me your phone and you'll see.
Alright, good luck cracking that code then.
I didn't think it would actually be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Did we know that before? Did we know that it was 1, 2, 3, 4? Because if so, I respect that so much.
Your actual password isn't password, is it?
I'd like to move on from this topic.
With a few swipes, Caprice navigates my contacts and opens up her own profile. A couple taps later, music starts playing.
Ta-da! I'm gonna send you a million notes. Every single day will be a quiz.
That sounds awful. Thank you so much. I don't think I've ever set a custom ringtone before, so it wouldn't be so I wouldn't be able to change it even if I tried. She snickers. The smile left behind on her face is contagious. She got me. After a moment, she passes back my phone.
Don't forget, club meeting tomorrow. See you then.
Yeah, same as always. Take care.
It's gonna be weird, actually, like, going to club meetings where, like, the people are there and they, like, participate and stuff. That's gonna be weird. She ran towards the apartment, slamming the door behind her. I retrieved my bark. I definitely was just about to say I retrieved my bark. I retrieve my bike and prepare for the ride home. Later, I catch myself at work, cooking with a little more enthusiasm than normal. Aww. Olive's starting to like Caprice and actually appreciate her. Let's go. 1 week later. And then I think we're going to do some saving there and probably call it there for the night, just because it is just getting a wee bit late. Coquina is pronounced, oh, Cocina. Okay, nice. We didn't. Yeah, I figured. I was like, I feel like I'd remember something like that, but at the same time I was like, it's also been a long time, so there's definitely a good chance that I've completely and totally forgotten about it. So I was like, let me just ask just in case, because I never know. I don't know. But yeah, that's where we're gonna call it for tonight, because again, it is getting late. I feel like we got through a good, decent amount, and it just feels good to be back. It feels so good. That was fun. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for being here as always. I always appreciate it. It's so fun to get to play through these games with you guys. Bye. Have a good night. Have a good night, Andrew. Thanks for stopping by. Always appreciate it. So for tomorrow, we're going to be going through we're going to be getting back into Undertale, and definitely for sure 110% we're going to be finishing our pacifist route. For sure, 100% this time, definitely. Undertale, yo, we're gonna be doing some Undertale tomorrow, and I'm excited. I'm ready for it. That was a good stretch in my back. I needed that. We're gonna be finishing up the pacifist run, and I was gonna say maybe starting the genocide route, but there's no way we're actually gonna have enough time to actually like get into the genocide route with how slow I am at video games. So we're definitely not gonna be getting too into it. Dang, I gotta figure out what time it starts. Rip. Probably about 30 minutes. It starts 8 p.m. MDT, so it's gonna be going through just about 30 minutes before this one. Again, I was gonna try and start at 8 p.m. MDT tonight as well, but again, I had to work basically right up until the stream started, so I was like, I wasn't able to do it. Gotcha, thanks. Yep, of course. And then you probably won't finish well. Tracy, have more confidence. Come on. I definitely, I got this. We got it for sure. No, I mean, I kind of do believe you though, because if it's the longest, then it's like, yeah, because we're like, what, like we're about like halfway through like a sort of like normal neutral-ish run. So maybe we could finish it tomorrow. Maybe. I'm not sure. Listen, I could do it in one sitting, but because I know where to go and got muscle memory built in, you know what, that's fair. I don't have either of those things. I barely know where to go, and I don't have the muscle memory for it. And we're probably going to get our cheeks clapped in like every fight. I'm not looking forward to fighting Muffet again, by the way. I'm so sad with myself that I didn't grab the donut for it's the donut, right? The spider donut. I'm so sad that I didn't grab that. Just because at level 1, she's just gonna slaughter us. It's not gonna be a good time in the slightest. So it's like, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose for sure. And then there's also the Asgore fight, but we can probably just like do the thing where, isn't there a thing where like where you can like talk to him a couple of times if you haven't killed anyone, and it like works out, you know, it goes good. I think that that's an option that we have. But if not, then Asgore is also just gonna kick the crap out of us, and it's gonna be a great time. So that's where I'm expecting to get stuck, is that we're just gonna get slaughtered against those two. Oh, yup, sweet. You can buy the one for 999 gold from her, though. You're so right. And here's the thing. I actually did do some grinding off screen because I was like, I want to do this so I can buy more healing items and junk like that. And then, hey, guess what happened? I did that for like an hour and I barely got any money. So I was like, oh, I definitely can't grind enough to actually not like to avoid getting killed by Muffet, huh? That's not going to be a realistic option. You can also eat the cinnamon pie in front of him to lower his attack and defense further. Wait, really? Do we still... Do we have the butterscotch thing? I don't... We still have that, right? I'm pretty sure we have that. If not... Uh-oh. But you know what? I'll believe. Yeah, because it reminds him of Toriel. That's what I figured immediately. But I was like, I just don't remember if we have it. I don't remember using it at any point, so I'm going to say yes. But, you know, who knows? How far are you in the game? I want to avoid spoilers for you. So, we've done... Oh, there's so much lore to this, but I'll just tell you the very simple version. I was basically going for a pacifist run. We killed one person. We killed one guy, and it ruined the entire thing. The worst. The only name that keeps me up at night is Ice Cap, because I was trying to spare him, but you gotta knock the cap off of the ice, and then I went for it, and I didn't deal that much damage. Like I dealt like 30-40%, and then I was like, okay, I'll hit him again and do worse on the actual like hitting thing, so I'll deal less damage. And then I ended up dealing a lot more damage, and then I killed him. So you know, if you ignore him twice, you can just spare him. I didn't know that. I just thought it was like, oh, there's like a very simple, easy way to do this. So I'll just give him little boops. I'll just give him little bops on the head. And then, hey, guess what? They died. So, you know, that's fun. But yeah, no. So now we're doing a true pacifist run where if I ever kill anybody, we're resetting the save. We're resetting it all. So that is the plan. But yeah, and then we're doing that. Love tap and accidentally die. No, like for real. Again, I hit him. I did worse on the actual attack, and it did so much more damage. Like I know that there's like a damage roll, like in like most RPGs and stuff like that. But like I hit it. I specifically tried to do it worse to try and account for the extra damage that could happen if I got like a low roll the first time, and he still died. And it's like, I did my best. But again, we only killed one person, so I'll take that. Because the whole point was being like, oh yeah, no, I'll only kill the people I want to. And then the only... No. We also killed Flowey. That's an important thing. But we'll talk about... Oh wait, something funny with Flowey? Oh yes, what's the funny thing with Flowey? Because, listen, if you want to know all the Flowey lore, we could talk about that more tomorrow, because that is a pipeline that goes real deep. So, I always think people's first kill is Jerry or Snowdrake. No, everyone... I think by the end of it, I was like, Jerry kind of sucks. Kind of sucks a lot. But, like, not enough for me to murder them based on personality. Yeah, no, again, like, they aren't, like... cool. There's not like fun people. I'll take a bit typing. You talk. Okay, I'll yap. I feel like I'm pretty decent at that. We did spend the first 45 minutes of stream doing that. But no, like for me, it's like they had to like really, really get under my skin, really make me hate them to be like, yes, this is the person I'm killing. And then the only person I was like, no, I want them dead right now, was Flowey. Flowey is the only person that I was like determined to kill. And then obviously, you know, it comes back at like the end of it, and so I got my revenge there. I got to take him out. But no, if it wasn't for Ice Cap, my mortal enemy, it would have been a completely pacifist run, except for that stupid little flower. Flowey, if you're hearing this in the future, I love you. Specifically, the one in the chats. I'm sorry. But yeah, no. So we're finishing the pacifist route. I guess not tomorrow. But then we're going to be doing the genocide run after that, which is going to be a lot. It sounds like I'm going to like prepare like I was thinking like I've been saving up like stories specifically for when we just have to sit there and grind. And I'm like, maybe we should like prepare like a topic wheel to be like, hey guys, let's talk about the weather while we murder this family. Haha, you know, stuff like that. So if you first spare Toriel, then Flowey is like, oh, you're a softie, die. But if you reset and kill her, he's like, yes, I knew you had it in you. And then if you restart again and spare her, he's like, I don't understand you. And if you reset and kill her again, he's like, what the hell is wrong with you? That's because like I didn't realize like until like the end of the game that like did like save stuff. I'm pretty sure. So that's interesting. I didn't like okay. I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask if other characters like react to like resetting and stuff. Cause it seemed like the only person who like knew about that was Asgore. I think was the only person that we like talked about who like knows that it's like a game essentially. Imagine Flowey IRL. Bro got the magic flower telling you to touch a floating seed. Flowey IRL would go crazy. Especially like the eldritch horror form that it goes into. Like that would go like terrible in real life. If you made like a live action Undertale movie, the ending would just be like a horror movie. It'd be so scary. Only 2 characters are aware of the resets. Oh, wait, so it's just Flowey and Asgore then, right? There are secrets with your save state with some characters. You know one, won't say more. Oh, yeah, no. So no, like we're very anti-spoiler. You should be aware of that, Andrew. When we're doing these, when we're playing any game that I haven't played before, we're very anti-spoilers there. We're okay with some hints if I need them / ask for them, but any spoilers, it's like, nope, get those out of here. So my bad, I got you. No, you're good, especially since you didn't know. So it's like I can't get mad at you because like we didn't tell you about it. So especially since you didn't really spoil too much, since it was just like, yeah, there's like other characters who also know, which I kind of was assuming that there was more, but I just didn't want to know who they are, which you guys didn't spoil. The other one was not Asgore, and you should be able to guess who already. Don't tell me if I'm right or wrong about this. But my guess would just be Sans, just because they seem like the other most important character of the game. But that just might be like the fandom influencing me by like Sans being like the poster child for Undertale essentially to everyone else. So I'm thinking it's Sans, but again, that could just be, please let me answer that, Lamau. Nope. Do not, no spoilers. Tracy, listen. As the mod who helps protect me from so many spoilers, you should know. You should keep strong, stay strong. What? We only need like 15 more Undertale streams. Only like 4 or 5 more months. No. I haven't actually read it. It's just that Sans is like the character who gets like the most like fan art and stuff like that. Wait, it's not a spoiler if you've already read it. Have we? Did I forget it? Wait, was it? So is it actually you read it already? Oh my gosh. Guys, it's the sleeping meds I haven't taken yet. It's really kicking my butt. Oh no, peak Undertale character is the bird that carries you. Yes, it is. Remember, you haven't died a single time. What's with that look? Was that on our like little was that Sans? I'm just gonna say Sans again. I don't remember who said that. Hang on. Give me 5 seconds. Approximately. After 5 seconds, you can tell me. I'm just gonna try and remember if it was anyone else other than Sans. You haven't died a single time. What's with that look? Okay, yeah, no, tell me who it was that we were talking to, because I genuinely don't remember. So if we've already experienced it, it was Sans in the MTT resort date. Okay, that is what I was thinking, but I was like thinking over that conversation. I was like, wait, what? No, because the reason it was like showing it for me to remember that was because like we did die up to that point. So I was like, no, there's no way he said it there, because we died a bunch of times already. Okay, weird. Anyways, thank you for the reminder. So yeah, see, it's not a spoiler if I already know it and I'm just, forgot. Oops. That conversation is the way he confirms his suspicion. Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of thought it again. I always had the assumption that he knew after the thing with Flowey happened, but never 100% sure. So, But yeah, and then on Friday, we're going to be... I want to start over the Tith and Blood voiced demo. Just to actually like go through it and like read it all. Just because like when we were kind of doing like dev commentary with it on the announcement stream of like just being like, here's like what we want to say about like this scene and like this other scene, like stuff like that, and also like focusing a lot on the voices. So I want to go through and actually like read it just for anyone who wants to like experience it like with me again. And I also just want to read it all from the beginning just because I'm so excited for it. So I can't go into details because actual spoilers, but I felt like you should remember that. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, I tend to be really good at remembering like stuff for fictional worlds. Like I was watching a stream and it was like the most I've related to a person was like, yeah, no, in school I can never remember anything I learned in classes, but like anything I learned in an anime or like a book, I'm like, I remember that. I'm like that too. Except for, I think it's just because like my attention is like so split. Like when like streaming, so I tend to like not remember a decent bit of what we go over. Um, Yo, wait, have you talked to Grillby in Snowden? I like talk to Sans at the Grillby in Snowden, because if so, yeah, we've had two conversations with them there. When you think about it, you're talking to him in pure silence. It's crazy. Wait, what do you mean? Just because like the music turns off, or like what do you mean? When you think about you're talking to him in pure silence, it's crazy. I don't think I quite understand what you mean by that. I need water. Hang on. I can't give you guys the crunch and crackles on this one. It's made of metal. It's a metal cup. And I would slam that against the desk, but I'd probably dent the desk. So we're not going to be doing that. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing Thursday and Friday. And then next week is when we're going to be doing, I guess, actually finishing the pacifist run and starting a game that isn't related to Undertale in any way. When you go to Grillby, when Sans is there, he says, ... Grilly says he'd offer water, but he doesn't touch that stuff. Okay, I'm so confused. Hang on. When you think about it, you're talking to him in pure silence. It's crazy. When you go to Grillby, when Sans isn't there, he says, I think we had that conversation, but I genuinely do not remember it. I'm sorry. I do apologize, but I really don't remember that part. Spoiler free, of course. Yes, everything needs to be spoiler free for me, because I do get very antsy about spoilers. I do not appreciate it. See, this is why I need to not take such long breaks from streaming. That's a fair, small moments, though. That's cool to me, lol. Yeah, no, again, I don't remember a lot of like the small moments like that, sadly. But again, you did read the first half of that message, lol. Wait, what? Oh, hang on. If you want to co-com tomorrow and just yap randomly about Undertale trivia, that honestly probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Just to help keep me refreshed on everything. Listen, oh my gosh, I've been attacked so personally by plastics. I don't know if they're still here. Don't say hi if you are. Give it a sec. Give it a sec. Hang on. Okay, nothing. No, okay, I don't think they're here. Apparently, I have a terrible habit of just skipping plastics messages, and I think that's so funny because I think they asked me if it was intentional once. I was like, no, I don't. And then apparently like other people have like been like, whoa, just completely skipped over that message. That's crazy. And no, I don't know how it happened. Like, I guess it's happening. It's just a mod thing, you know? I just sometimes skip over mod messages, and I don't know why. I think it's like some kind of curse that gets applied to y'all, and I just have to just sometimes overlook you guys. I'm so sorry. So, but yeah, no, apparently it became like such a constant thing that they had to call me out for it. And apparently other people were also noticing. So it's like, uh-oh. I don't want to force myself on the streams, for the record. You could politely decline anytime. No, I'm like very down for it because I really do enjoy streaming with other people. I think it's so fun. And we're also friends. So I'm like, it's not like we're strangers doing it, you know? So I'm very, very down to do that. Especially since you really know your stuff about Undertale. So that'll be very nice to have. Hit me up before stream then. Absolutely. I'll send you we can talk about it and be like, hey, how much warning do you want for stream? And then I'll just let you know when things are getting ready. Yeah, I'm a nerd, Lamau. Listen. You're talking to somebody who's presenting themselves as like an anime girl playing visual novels and Undertale. You know, you fit right in here. You know, we are one of the same. So, but with that being said, yes, those are all the upcoming plans. Super happy to be back. Hopefully nothing happens that makes me need to take another break. And I have like listen. I think that's the thing that's making me forget everything. Is like I take such frequent breaks. So it's like it like messes with the brain. Watch us go on a Fate rant and midway through. Dog, I'd be so down with that. Also, also out plastics again today. They got into FGO and they had a special token to get a 5-star. And we sat down while I was at work on a call and we went through every single potential servant they could pick to narrow down which ones would be best for them to get. So I love Fate so much. It's so good. It's one of my favorite franchises, and I'm so glad to ever get to talk about it because it's so hard to. But again, I'd be super down with that. But yeah. Oh yeah, have you pulled anything on my account? No, I haven't, but since Tiamat and Draco are out right now, I was thinking about summoning for either of them, but I was going to ask you which one you think you would like more. And then I'd be like, okay, that's the one I'll go for. Because I'm also obviously summoned for them on my account and I'm trying to get them both. But I was like, I think it'd be fun to like ask you like which ones you wanted to like, which ones you would like prefer so that I could try for those. Like you said that you like uninstalled the game a good while back, but I'm like, maybe you still have opinions on this kind of stuff. So yeah. And then obviously the next time I'd be like asking you that would be like during the summer because there's not to go into an FGO rant because I know that me and Tracy are the only ones who care. But gosh, there's too many servants coming out. There's so many. Send me a pic and I can choose, of course. Awesome. I'll send you a pic of both of them. But like after this, I was thinking like, oh, we have till summer to save up, but there's like 3 huge banners coming out in summer, and that's like 2 to 4 months away, depending on when they actually like put this stuff out. And it's like, oh god, oh no, I don't have the Saint Courts for this right now because I tried to get Draco and I didn't, so I need to go in on that again. So we'll see if I can actually do it. But with that being said, I'll see all y'all beautiful people in the next one tomorrow. No, why'd you move? I was moving like the Twitch chat away so I could end the stream and it just merged with stuff. OBS is such a blessing. I love you. Thanks again for the stream, Lamau. Thanks so much for being here as always. Bye-bye.